new intro.
I'm going to be spitting over the top of that for our intro.
So welcome back to Proper Chaps, Proper Chat, the pub talk show with Will, Ash and Lewis. And today we have a guest with us, Connor Morris.
Hello, Connor. How you
Hello.
doing?
I'm all right, fellas. How are you guys doing?
Very
Awesome.
good, thank you.
mate. Good.
Well, thank you very much.
Hopefully the discussion is as animated as it was outside.
I know. We had to save ourselves a bit, didn't we?
Oh, we did,
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
It always happens. We start chatting outside and it all just flows.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
before
man.
you know it, you forget that you've not got the mics on.
I'm just fine, mate. Honestly, I'm sure we'll be able to pick
I always
it
think
straight
that's a
back
good
up.
sign, though, when the conversation's flowing straight away before you even press record. I always think that's a good sign.
Yeah,
Oh, it's quality.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
quality.
Too, right?
Right, so Connor, let's
Hello.
talk a bit about you then, mate. Who
Oh,
are you,
mate.
Connor? Why
God,
are you here?
I'm blushing, honestly. I don't know. I don't actually know why I'm here. But I'm having a great time. I can fucking tell you that
That's
right
what
now.
matters. That's what
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
No, all right. So to start that. So obviously we invited you on. You're Connor, Mr. 666 Steve, Mr. Bleed Easy, Mr. Sabotage Audio, Mr. BP.
BHP.
Oh, that's sorry, mate.
Oh,
It's
he's
fine,
fucked
mate.
it.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
I did
It's
stop
honestly,
myself.
if I could tell you, I would have £1 every time somebody fucked that up. And I'm talking like people that we love and people that like our
Oh,
fucking
they still
favourite
get it
DJs. Yeah, cheers, fucking BHP, BPCPH though. I was like, fuck's sake, man, like please, just get it right. But
Yeah,
no,
sorry
it's
about
always been a problem. It's always been a problem, but we can't change it because that's like where it all
It's your
came
brand,
from.
innit?
Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So, but anyway, we wouldn't change anyway. No.
That'd
It's
be like-
BHP. It comes from the skate park.
Yeah, it'd be like McDonald's putting an A in their name. The amount of people that call McDonald's McDonald's, and I just want to slap them on the back.
Yeah,
of the head.
exactly. But you know,
What, you get offended by McDonald's rather than McDonald's?
What? No, yeah, people. It's not called McDonald's, is it? It's called Mc.
He's getting triggered
I think
already,
it's
lads.
very different.
He's getting triggered.
I'm getting triggered, motherfucker. Come here.
To be fair, I always call it like Mackie D's or something like that.
Yeah, it should be
genuinely
Mookie
never-
D's though, shouldn't it?
It should be, yeah. I
Mucky
never
D's.
actually
Correct
thought about
yourself.
that.
Check yourself, motherfucker.
I was
I'm not gonna lie.
having this conversation with Ash actually on the way here because he was listening to his audio book. And I
Audiobook.
was saying to him that
Okay.
I'm actually technically a Scottish laird.
What?
A lord.
So I actually own a square metre of a Scottish castle. Basically, it was this charity thing where they were selling off part of the castle, and yeah, so I'm technically actually a Scottish.
Can't you
laird.
rent that shit out?
Or
What,
the
like
whole
square
metre of it.
metre, square metre.
A square metre is a square metre.
I did joke with my mum that if I went there and just put up a tent, surely they couldn't ever remove me because
Yeah,
it's my
you
land.
own it.
It's my
Sure,
land.
pitch.
Just go and build like a 2-story 1 metre by 1 metre
Exactly, yeah,
flat.
just build a little shed there that I can just live in Scotland.
It'd
That'd
be a
my little-
fucking small shed
my
at
little
1 metre
holiday
by
home.
1 metre. Christ.
Hey mate, if I can fit in it, that's fine. I'll
Yeah,
do
bottom
me.
floor's the toilet.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You've got
I'll
standing
just have a
bed.
window. I'll just have a window.
do you really want to
Stick
live in
with something.
Scotland? though? I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It's good
not
whiskey.
Really the place you want to be, is it?
Depends what you're into, mate.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I mean, I guess a lot of
Incest.
us-
Also,
Alcohol,
in your mind,
heroin.
in your mind, living in a Scottish castle don't sound that bad, but I bet in reality, being
Mate,
at
it'd be
night
fucking
in the middle of
cold.
a like dark, damp Scottish castle, like no people,
Oh
that'd
man,
be creepy.
I'm
as
only
fuck.
kidding, man.
Yeah, you had
Scotland,
£8.
Scotland would be fucking.
He just thought about what he said then.
Yeah,
I love all my
It's
Scottish
just like,
friends.
fuck the Scottish.
I do, of course I do. No, I'm saying as in like if you were in a Scottish, you know what I mean, in them sort of places, like a beautiful, like a manor housey sort of place. I'm
Like
not
Fort
saying
William or
that's it.
somewhere like
But you
that.
know, like beautiful Scottish hills, man, it's fucking picturesque, isn't it?
Oh, don't
I was
get
thinking
me-
about that the other day when I was walking around here. Like, it's just so flat, isn't it?
It is. It's
What
proper
chat this is, by the way.
Oh, no.
No, yeah,
the
well,
land
we've
around
gone right up.
Cambridgeshire is honestly just so flat. That's great.
Just like our conversation, eh?
really fast when you drive in a motor car.
Yeah, so we didn't finish what we were saying. So you're Mr. BHPCO,
Yeah,
666
thank you.
Steve, Bleed Easy,
Yeah, man.
Sabotage Audio. You've got your fingers in a lot of pies,
Yeah, I do. Well, they're all sort of related to the same thing, basically.
which
So-
is, what's the...
Groceries.
So, right,
Groceries.
I'll put it down into like sort of how it basically is. So BHP is like the mothership. It's like the clothing brand that we sort of set up years and years ago, which like that was sort of where me and my mate Dan, who's now a tattoo artist called Danny Blackheart.
Shout out Danny Black.
Shout
I
out
need
Danny
to.
Blackheart, yeah. So basically we set up together and basically set up the... Are you saying I need to get closer
Yeah.
to the mic?
Just pull it towards you a little bit,
testing,
mate.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, is that...
Just pull it right up.
Is that
That's
yeah,
fine.
cool.
Yes, cool.
Sorry,
Yeah, there we
this is
go.
my first time. I'm a podcast virgin.
Oh, we'll pop your cherry, mate.
Oh,
Don't you
cheers,
worry.
dude. I
You'll
appreciate
leave
it.
offended and disgusted, but you'll come back.
I'm
Oh,
walking
mate,
funny.
honestly. Thanks. I'm worried now.
That's just
I'm
your
worried
chair,
about what's
yeah.
going to happen now.
Lock the door, Will.
It's already locked, boys. It's already locked.
Fucking
I
is
actually locked it when I
Actually
came in
is
as well. I
as well.
genuinely locked it when I came in.
Yeah.
Save me, people.
So the mothership.
Yeah, so BHP site sort of started it all off, and then a couple of years after that, like we always wanted to set up and start doing events, and then that was sort of like always in our mindset when we first set out. And then we set up Sabotage because we just wanted to have a rave in Cambridge, like because apart from Warning, there was fuck all else going on.
Oh yeah. Warning's still fucking good though.
Oh mate, I'll never disrespect Warning because it's fucking awesome, but it's like
It was the only one.
we just started getting really into bass line, and it was like fucking like fuck it, we want something else as well as drum and bass. And then so that's when we started that, and then when I was doing all of that, like with the events, I basically thought like I always did music when I was younger, but I took years and years out and like didn't ever fuck with it, and then I just decided like I need to pick it back up and start actually like making some more tunes and working on stuff.
Yeah.
And then I started hitting up some producers around Cambridge, as well as Ben Carmen, who we all know, Punk's Vicious. Another shout out, big
Shout
up
out.
PV.
Shout out, Ben. Yeah.
I remember him from Over Skate Park.
Yeah, man.
Fucking long time
mate,
ago. That.
Ben
And Nigel.
Yeah,
Knew
man.
Nigel from the skate
Yeah,
park.
we
Yeah,
didn't
that's
get to
what I mean.
Nigel yet. He was part of
yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Spoiler
spoilers. That's who's coming up in the next episode. Happy MP. So then we got like I started speaking to Ben.
He actually can.
And then
That's
me and
not a
Nigel
bad
were always, good mates, and like
Yeah.
I'll tell you the story about how we set up this part in a minute.
thing. Yeah.
But Ben, I started speaking to him, and he started.
But just
making some-
randomly, you just.
Yeah, well, I knew because we booked him didn't book him. We basically asked him to start being part of Sabotage and being a resident DJ there, because we knew he mixed drum and bass. So it was like, fucking, why the fuck not? No, he's
Makes
come
sense,
over. I know he'd probably come and do it, and he did, and he
he's
fucking
top
smashed
notch,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's really good. And then so it came from that, and then I hit him up for some beats, started like jamming and sort of going around his every Wednesday, and then that's still a ritual thing now. We still do that every week.
Every Wednesday.
Yeah, every Wednesday is a Bleed Easy night.
Oh
And
yeah.
then-
Yeah.
Anyway, getting to that, another spoiler.
Yeah. So that's where.
So
what day
that's
is
when
it?
I started hitting up with started speaking to Ben, and went around there, and then I got Nigel involved and said, look, you need to start doing this. And then I was on, like, me and Nigel were having a sesh around my house on a Friday one night, and he's fucking whipped out this drum and bass tune.
You're gonna say something.
No.
Me too.
Jesus, fellas. No, so he's fucking started playing
Shows
me this
for ours,
track,
mine
and it was
are.
this track called Yoda, which he's released now, which is
Yeah.
fucking so good. Nigel's Hybrid MP, by the way. This is the end of that spoiler.
Yeah.
So he's my other mate who I've been doing music with since I was younger. He's also my best friend as well. If you're listening to this, Nigel, I
What's
love
that
you.
got to do with my knob?
God, it
I
always
should've
comes
done.
back to
You need
that.
to be ready with that.
I need to be ready.
What is
Yeah.
it?
Have you seen Bed Knobs and Broomsticks?
Yes.
So yeah,
years ago,
we've
though.
got,
A
because it's got
soundboard.
the trackpad, you can just do
What's
that.
that got to do with my knob? What's that got
It's got to be the best clip.
We've got this as well.
Not bad.
Not bad. Is that him?
Yes,
Lewis,
of course it is.
Not
It
bad.
sounds exactly no, not knobhead. Just your voice. It just sounds exactly knobhead. You got that Cockney, Cambridge Cockney.
Yeah,
accent.
Cambridge Cockney, ain't it? That's what it is. Cambridge Cockney. Anyway, so at this
Yeah,
point,
anyway,
you've
so then we started
You've had a
making-
sesh.
we
He's
st-
whipped it out.
He's whipped out Yoda, this track. Anyway, listen to it if you haven't already. It's
I can
fucking
play it
amazing
later.
track. Can you?
I can play it now if you
Oh,
want me to.
nice, really?
Yeah,
Mate,
do you want
get it
me to show
up.
you?
Get it
Yeah,
up.
this
Get
is
it up
this
while
is
you
Hybrid
keep
MP
speaking.
Yoda. This is anyway coming back to the point. This on this very night. It was not this very night, but on the night that the night that this happened.
This happened a bit quickly.
The night that he whipped it out, like so that on that night,
You
he
saw what
played
he
me
had
this
to
track,
offer,
and it was
basically.
like, oh my fucking god, Nigel, like what the fuck? How are you sitting on this? Like this is fucking unreal. And I thought it was like the streets, like proper, like just sick, amazing lyrics, really good story, and a wicked hook. And I was like,
All
you
the-
need
all
to
the
let me
ingredients,
release
didn't
this as my first ever track on a record label, as if we set up as a label. And we're not a big time label, but it's just small time. But we're trying to same with you guys. We're doing
Exactly.
something
It'll
small.
get there.
You got to try and get bigger and bigger.
Shall I whack it on?
So yeah, so this track was the first sort of track we ever said released as Sabotage Audio, which was the next phase, and then the phase that I got in with Nigel and Ben after that was Bleed Easy, which we'll play after this.
Rest assured I'm coming on this shit different. Rest assured I'll smite him on my newly acquired wisdom. Resting sure if I fall short of this vision, I wish them well, but they never wish me shit, what the hell? Welcome to my show and tell. The vision was depicted within the hieroglyphs before the mountains fell. But that was in the past life before my sights and crosshairs were clear, so I couldn't tell. I was brewing up a fire, I created my own state of hell. I was already fighting myself before they even rang the bell. Through this anarchy-infused frenzy, I gained strength. Now my energy comes in numbers, I bet you wish I fell. This is more like a nightmare ballad, less like a show and tell. Plus it's 17 past late again, half past fate again, in a silly state again. 17 past late again, half past fate again, in a silly state again. Only thing left before me is making the only decision to a totally different life, with a different vibe. Wouldn't that be fine? That shit will be fire, that shit will be fire. That'll be alright, that'll be alright. That'll be alright, right. 3 times wiser, 3 foot taller, just like Yoda. I'll be 3 times wiser, 3 foot taller, just like Yoda. Got the stars out, and you're looking at the sky now. Feeling all alive, you ain't ready to die out. Die now, face in, fade out. Demons, they whisper in your ear while your heart cries out. Still follow the lights, you're chasing them heights. You ain't homebound, you ain't home now. Given is your hometown. Capture this moment only on your own time. That's your whole time. That shit ain't running out. Thoughts are racing now. Stepping off this cloud, feeling dry now. Thinking you could do better, you could try now. You could try now. You could be 3 times wiser, 3 foot taller, just like Yoda. I could be 3 times wiser, 3 foot taller, just like Yoda. That's 3 times wiser, 3 foot taller, just like Yoda. That's 3 times wiser, 3 foot taller, just like Yoda. Fast forward a few years and everything has changed. So many people I grew up with have turned into strangers. They're just a profile on the internet, but that's fucking with my intellect, cause I realise that wasting time is the only danger. And the fact that I can't get it back just fuels my anger. But it also drives me forwards, backwards is a no-go. I've only got myself to rely on, cause when it matters, most people don't show. That's why hindsight is a beautiful thing. How can you take on the world when you're not settled within? You best find an antidote for the poison that's wearing you thin. Life would be easier, don't you think? 3 times wiser, 3 foot taller, just like Yoda. I could be 3 times wiser, 3 foot taller, just like Yoda. That's 3 times wiser, 3 foot taller, just like Yoda. That's 3 times wiser, 3 foot taller, just like Yoda.
Yeah, that's fucking sick. I can
That's
see
amazing.
where you mean
Absolute
about
tune.
the streets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
man.
definitely got that vibe to it.
That
I like
sounds
it.
fucking
I
sick.
like it,
Thank
yeah,
you.
no,
I didn't know.
That's all the same.
Yeah, man, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, man, it's
I enjoyed
fucking
that.
such a big tune, man. And last year at Strawberries and Cream, we played a set there.
You played Strawberries and
I
Cream?
didn't personally, but the Sabotage boys did, like the DJ crew.
Yeah, sick. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I think I've got
That's all they did. Just got on stage, did that, and then just left.
Do you remember the old DJ buttons at music
on the
in school?
keyboards.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The best I've got is that's close enough.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Right. So where were we at? Yeah. So you.
So then Nigel, we signed that track from Nige, and then we set up Bleed Easy, which was between the 3 of us. So I mean,
And that came all from the same night. You were all like, right, shall we?
no, so we basically, like, Nigel obviously has his own tunes, and then anyway, I set up 666 Steve at the same time as setting up Bleed Easy, which is basically my musical outlet, because I released a song called Medusa, and then I released.
So is that just you on that then? Is that?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's just 666 Steve. That's my solo project as
Right.
such. And then Bleed Easy is like the band, so it's like all 3 of us.
Right, the group, yeah.
Yeah, so that's sort of what. So when you say like you got a lot of fingers and a lot of pies, but it's like Bleed Easy is the show,
Yeah.
Like, when we play together, we play as a three.
Yeah.
And I play my songs. Nigel plays his songs. And
So you've
and
all got
Bleed
your own
Easy plays.
thing, but
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Bleed Easy is the group.
Exactly,
Right.
precisely that. And
A bit like Hollywood Vampires then, like Johnny Depp and fucking...
Yeah.
They all play their own different tribute songs, but they all tie it in together.
Exactly.
That's fucking sick.
You know,
That's
and
super group.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sort of like that. But
That's
you know,
what it
it's
is,
a
it's like a
sabotage
supergroup.
supergroup. You know,
That's cool.
to put it like that.
Trademark.
Yeah, I was going to say, saying probably hyping it up a bit too much, but you know,
Nah,
here's
not
what it
at all.
is.
Yeah, because obviously Sabotage was making movements, so to speak. You're doing really well, weren't you? So that.
Yeah, man.
Well, you still are. Not that I
so
say you
sad
were.
to think.
Yeah. So what?
Yeah,
so
it
what
was-
happened? Tell us the story about it.
So we were fucking. We
Right
were
at this point, though, we're still at. You wanted to write. You wanted to create something that rivaled Warning. At this point, you hadn't. You'd just got into baseline. So, what was it that you did to create a new night in Cambridge?
Well, so basically, I mean, rival warning is a very strong thing to say. By the way,
No, okay,
it's just we were
But
just
that's
trying
the
to put
goal,
on music
Connor,
that
right?
was on that sort of thing. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course it
but
is, man.
Warning
You know,
was
everybody
small at
wants
one
to-
time, wasn't it?
Yeah,
exactly.
tiny.
Everybody's
Yeah.
been in that position,
That's
haven't
it.
they? You know, starting it up and trying to.
Yeah, it
do
didn't just
something.
start massive
Yeah.
unless you've got like millions that you can pump into it,
Yeah,
which I haven't.
No.
Yeah,
Unless
I
I
don't
win
think
the
any
Euro
of us do.
Millions tonight and
Yeah,
then we're all
that's it.
going out.
I didn't even play the fucking
Fuck
thing.
Boris.
Yeah,
We're going to
just
go straight to
Dubai.
Tesco's.
Straight to Tesco's. Just won 144 mil. I'm going Tesco's. DVD aisle.
No, DVDs are not
Reduced
essential. They're not essential, so they're all
section,
covered.
reduced. Straight to the reduced. I'll have fucking everything.
I've
mate.
got to look
Well,
after the
well,
pennies
well.
then.
Oh man.
That 14p bit of salmon that's been sat on the shelf for 3 weeks, I'll have that. Lovely.
Fucking, I'll have that. I've got 20p here. Keep the change. I'm bowling in it. Anyway,
Anyway, mate.
yeah. So you wanted to set something up. That was another.
Yeah, no. So the way that we did it right is basically the manager at Bellare. So I had.
What's Bellare?
Bellare is a nightclub.
Bellare was a nightclub.
Fuck you guys, man.
I know that.
Bellare
but-
was a
Yeah,
nightclub.
Bellare was a nightclub in Cambridge, which was the home of Sabotage, which I'm about to tell a story about.
Yeah.
Oh, does everybody say oh?
Let's have it.
Anyway,
I haven't got anything
keep
for
saying
that.
it.
No. No bad.
I thought he was going to play the Peter Griffin thing, I'm not going to lie.
Right.
Yeah,
Anyway.
ta-da.
Anyway.
Yeah. So
Oh, God.
So Bellare, which
Bellare
was, I know
was a
you don't want to
nightclub.
speak about this,
No.
mate. We do want to keep it positive, but
Bellare-
it is interesting shit.
Yeah, Bellare was a nightclub, and a few years ago I had a party there for my birthday because I needed a place where I wanted to put on the 21st where I could play music loud.
Yeah.
What? So you could book what the whole fucking place?
No,
venue.
there's room 2 there, so we just booked the little room there. And,
I didn't even know you could do that. How much did that cost?
Yeah, well, it was like 250 quid, but people were buying like bottles and that because everybody just wanted to get pissed in there. But we just because they had speakers in there, that's all we fucking needed. We just needed to play tunes,
Well,
and
loud.
whatever the fuck we wanted to play as well. So we were all of us just having a laugh and DJing.
When was that then?
And this was there was no fucking nights in Cambridge. That was years ago, like my
Really?
21st. I'm 25 last week, so 4 years
Oh,
ago.
happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, happy birthday.
birthday.
mate.
Oh, I'm 25. Scary.
Oh.
Behave.
Oh,
I was about to say,
but
you're the young one here, mate.
Yeah, I know, but it's still, it's a fucking
It is,
milestone.
but everything's
I'm
a
closer to
milestone.
30 now than I'm closer to 20.
Yeah.
It's not a nice place.
So am
I
I.
don't. I was thinking about that the other day. Honestly, it's scary, boys.
It's not
I'm getting
scary.
old.
How
Shut
old
up.
are you?
I'm 28.
Oh, right, okay, so you're a lot closer to 30 than you are.
Oh yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, cheers. Yeah,
Sorry,
cheers.
sorry,
I'll just
sorry.
tell you my
I only just teetered
horrifying
over the
inner
edge, I'm
demons, and
sorry,
you just
I'm
poke
sorry.
at them, mate. Yeah,
This
it's
is all
fine,
new
it's
to
fine.
me.
Yeah, you don't do that when you're nearer to 30 than 20, Connor. That's rule number 1.
Yeah. Rule number 1 is you never mention it. It's like Fight Club. Don't ever mention it, mate.
Yeah, I promise I won't ever again.
Right, anyway, so you've had your birthday, your 21st, you've done all your DJing and you've had a good night, and then you thought, I've created this record label, I've created this events company, we need to get out there. We're sick of only being able to go to one event every 3 months in Cambridge. What did you do?
By the way.
Cheers,
Yeah,
mate.
sweets just come out, people.
Proper snacks.
Getting the
Snacks are
sweets
going
out.
around, yeah. Snacks
Sorry.
going around.
That's how I
Oh,
roll.
you
I'm
crack
a
on.
proper fae.
Everyone loves it how you go.
Yeah.
I might have to have a couple more there.
It's all right, we're
Go
not
for
waiting
it,
for you
mate,
to
go
tell
for
a story or
Yeah,
anything.
no,
come
you
on.
keep asking me stories and then you keep changing the story.
No, we're not changing it.
Right, okay. So we basically booked that venue, and then after that we tried to put on more and more parties in this little room too.
Well, I started charging people to come in.
Yeah, we did honestly, and we just like got
That's
okay
fucking
with that.
amazing.
asked other people to come because it was like there was speakers in there, and there was fuck all going on, man. I'm telling you, there was nothing going on in Cambridge ever.
No,
So we
yeah.
started putting on these little room 2 parties, Eventually,
Why
saw
did I
more
never
and
get
more
invited to
people
one of
doing it.
these?
Because you were probably too old. I'm sorry, we were young at the time. Yeah, I'm joking.
You motherfucker.
Sorry, I don't mean it nasty.
You've
way.
broken that in 30 seconds. I told you, that is rule number one.
No, mate, it was more of us, just a load of our friends.
Sorry, that broke
at the
me,
same
boys.
time.
Sorry.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, but if you were charging people to come.
Yeah, but okay, well, maybe
Well,
you
good
should've
friends
probably-
that, Connor.
maybe you
It was
should've-
just my friends that we were charging.
Oh, shut up, mate. I would have literally invited you on Facebook, so it's your fault for not coming.
Okay.
Yeah, he was too old. He don't know how to use Facebook.
He's still on Bebo.
That's it, Bebo, mate.
What's
Bebo.
wrong with that?
Oh, mate.
I didn't talk about that. Has everyone got my BBM? Anyway,
I actually saw a guy in the shop the other day, still with like an ancient old BlackBerry.
they're like dead now, aren't they?
An ancient old BlackBerry. God knows how you can use it.
Ancient has to be like
As in like
500
no touchscreen, no nothing. As in, you know, like the big
Yeah,
square
Blackberries
ones.
didn't have touchscreens. That's where they didn't go into touchscreens. That's why they flopped.
A big time.
I think I only ever had one like
They
10
never
years
went
ago.
into touchscreens, and that's
Yeah,
why
that's
Gary
mad.
Vee even said, he warned them. He was like, "Look, you need to adapt." And they're like, "Fuck you. What's your BB, babes? Every motherfucker's got a BlackBerry.
Got a BlackBerry.
This ain't going nowhere."
Within like 2 years.
And then the
dead.
iPhone come out, gone.
Yeah, within 2
See
years
ya.
dead.
See you later, mate.
Everyone got rid of that.
That's mad.
Yeah,
That's
so
mad.
that's actually what happened to BlackBerry. See you later, BlackBerry.
Yeah, that's
anyway. Back to Connor. We keep
I
interrupting
just
his
want to be
story.
part of the proper chat, but it's like in between it, it's like, oh, I'm just going to sit now and just wait to tell the story again, then I'll finish.
Sorry, mate. We just
Then
got
we,
off.
anyway, we put on
Yeah.
these little room 2 parties.
You are allowed to speak if we go off course, by the way.
I
Don't
know.
have to wait.
Yeah,
You're like
just
my
kick in.
next- Yeah.
Just interrupt.
Yeah, you can.
Like I said, new to this shit, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so we started putting on these little parties, and then we got given the chance to put on an August bank holiday party
Okay.
For Ballare.
for Ballare.
Amazing.
What, you like actually took control of room one?
So it was a whole club, and then that is what Sabotage was. That was what we just used to do all the time.
Yeah,
Right.
sick.
But that was the first one, August bank holiday, and then we started booking loads of different people like DJ Q, like Emperor. There's fucking like we've had some decent Aphrodite.
Yeah.
We've had loads of people come down,
Right.
like and then we've had like but even Big Ten, you know, Big Ten, the Sky.
Oh,
Band.
yes.
we
Yeah,
had
they
them.
play at the pub down here quite a lot. They're pretty fucking
Sky
cool.
Band, yeah. So literally, we put that on as well. Like we just utilised it, and now obviously. So anyway, that was what Sabotage was. We used to put on these big events, and now obviously Ballare is shut down, so we're sort of left a
Without
bit
a
out.
venue,
Yeah,
so
but
to
you didn't even get to your main selling point there. The fact that your biggest event was coming up.
Oh yeah, so much.
You're
So
meant to break these listeners'
yeah,
hearts.
so yeah, I know. So my favourite band, Will
Build
of
them
the
up, break them
People.
down.
I was fucking supporting them with Bleed Easy, so with Nigel and Ben, both also Will
So
of the People fans.
Sabotage Audio were like running that on behalf of Ballare for a tour date for Willing the People.
Yeah.
And you were hosting that.
Yeah, well, it was actually their only lockdown show. We'd been speaking to them and got them down for like they were just going to do one lockdown show. Then they announced it as a tour after November lockdown got cancelled, and they booked it in for December. We got the rescheduled date there, and then fucking look what's happened. And then this has
Yeah, I know,
happened, so
shit,
it's all been
innit?
taken away. So even though December there is a chance that we might be able to go to pubs and go back to a little bit of normal like socially distanced activity.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
to
but
speak.
even that with tier 2, so you have to eat, and once your food's finished, you can't drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is
yeah.
that true?
Oh, right, is
Yeah,
that what
that's
it is?
true.
Just
Yeah,
two
you-
to- oh
you
fuck.
can't-
Just go to a buffet.
No, so even then it has to.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not a bad shout.
All you
That's
can
not a
eat
bad shout.
Chinese and triple 60. There we go.
That's it. Sabotage Audio.
Yeah, exactly.
Hosts all you can eat
Oh
buffet
fuck
night.
me, that is my kind of party.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm going to be there and I want discount. All right. I'm going to eat a fucking lot of food.
Yeah, you're definitely not getting discount. You're getting charged twice.
You fat bastard.
Yeah, you're having a little. You can see clogs turning. Clogs turning? Is that clogs?
Yeah, I'm just slow. You know what I mean.
Cogs. Cogs, not clogs.
Yeah,
Clogs are the old wooden.
Wooden shoes, yeah.
See the clogs turning.
You know what it is, mate. So I'm asking myself whether or not I need to just keep eating these Haribo's.
Just eat as many.
Do it, mate. Do it.
Just carry. You can speak.
I haven't actually had my tea yet. Sorry, people that are listening on here.
What were
No,
you doing?
just eat and go. It's not crisp.
Just for a bit of context, guys. Connor's turned up in a pair of shorts and it's 1 degrees outside.
Luckily, it's quite warm in our shed, though.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, it's
not
fucking
a shed,
boiling.
that's
I'm
No,
not
it's
gonna
not a
lie.
shed, no.
There is no way I could say that I'm.
Yeah,
in
just
more
to give you an
clothes on.
idea, guys, I had to chisel the frost off my bin this morning to be able to throw my rubbish away.
And you've
this
turned
guy's
up in
here in shorts,
What
and
were
a
you doing
t-shirt.
today that required you to be in shorts?
I've got multiple pairs of jeans that are in the wash,
Oh, I get that.
and today I could have either come here in a pair of dirty jeans or some clean shorts.
And
And also, if we were indoors, which I was hoping we would be,
which we are.
as
Kind of.
opposed to doing it in the shed, which, by the way, anyone that's listening, it's a very cool setup in here.
Thank you.
It's not a shed.
Cool.
It's a living room,
Yeah.
pretty much. Once we got the old sofa bed
Yeah, it's
and
more
the
of a living
telly's up.
space. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a
It is an
podcast. show.
absolute cotch spot. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It is big
It's an
time.
ultimate cotch, definitely. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Mate,
Could have done with one of these like,
Back
when
in
we
the
were,
day.
like 13.
Back in the day.
Yeah,
to be
fucking
fair,
right, little bun den.
I was about to say
100%.
we probably did have something like this, but it was owned by our parents back in the day, and we
Like
couldn't
mine
smoke in
Oh
there.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's probably the reality.
Oh,
of
yeah,
it.
a little nice
That's
outhouse.
probably the reality of it.
I remember, no, there definitely has happened though. I remember my mate Webby, or another shout out Webby, when we were younger, he used to, his fucking outhouse, it was a nice little outhouse, that used to get abused, mate.
Oh yeah, that's just the way it happens.
That
That's
just
the way it
must have
I mean,
seen so much
yeah.
smoke.
happens. I mean,
Just hotboxed all the
I
time.
mean,
Yeah,
that was
literally.
like
We were
my house
terrible
back in
for
the
it.
day, though, weren't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
in
was
the
I was
shed,
literally
in
I
our
was 2
garage.
doors away from our secondary school, literally 2 doors away from
blazed
our
all the
secondary.
time.
So there would literally be just a cloud of smoke just pouring out of my garage every
kids
single
were-
And that's why we
Really?
that's why we failed our GCSEs, but got really good at Call of Duty.
hang on a minute. He says I left school with 13 GCSEs.
Fuck off.
I only
7 Bs,
failed
4
maths.
many of
Cs,
them were yours?
7 Bs, 4 Cs, 2 Ds.
None of them were his. He just robbed them off.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was just taking people's results cards out of the front door. That's mine now, blood.
Just scribble out the name.
Yep.
Cheers, buddy.
Just took it back to my mum, like, look what I did, mum, look what I did.
I wrote
You
my
got
own
fucking
name.
13 GCSEs.
13 GCSEs.
What happened?
Right, so let me break it down for you boys. So
Why are you where you
well,
are?
right, so 4 of them were in construction. Right, so that was broken down into 4 GCSEs. So it was 1 GCSE was health and safety, 1 was
You
bricklaying.
cannot have a GCSE.
I swear
in
to God,
health and
I swear to God,
safety.
I have a GCSE in health and safety.
If
I
we want to
swear
be really
God.
technical, that's 2 GCSEs.
yeah, one for health, one for
I like that. I like that.
So you've already got 14.
So yeah, and then like another one for bricklaying, another one for painting and decorating. So I've actually got GCSE in painting and decorating. as
There's
well.
another 2. One for painting, one for decorating.
I like that. But,
Fuck me, you've got 15 GCSEs.
but we also did. We didn't have IT when we were doing when we were in secondary school. So we had a thing called DIDA, which is Diploma in Digital Applications. So that actually counts as 3 GCSEs.
We never
Oh,
went
to
to
do
Swavesey,
that.
did we?
Yeah, I think nothing. Well,
Did you go
yeah.
to Swavesey?
Yeah, Swavesey,
Did
yeah.
ya?
Swavesey, yeah.
Yeah, I got a.
Well, I got IT, so I don't know why I would remember that, because obviously if that was what was before.
Yeah, so that counted as 3 on its own. So yeah, like that's 7 GCSEs before I've even taken English, maths, science. You know, you get 2 for English, you get 2 for maths, you get 3 for science.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
by the time you
a
add all them up,
highly educated
yeah.
fella, aren't you, really?
Not really, mate. I was just smart with my choices, to be
Yeah,
honest with you.
fair enough.
That was literally
Looks
what it
good
come
on
down
a
to.
CV.
Looks very good on a CV.
Yeah,
but in
yeah,
reality,
thank
if you actually ask me to do any of that now, mate, I can about work Excel.
Yeah.
You helped us do some plasterboarding and some filling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but health and safety.
and it
was
went really
Yeah,
well.
the health and safety was bullshit.
Yeah, it went really well.
We
I
all
mean,
cut ourselves.
to
and
be
shit.
honest with you as well, like I was here the other day. You obviously can't see, but I mean, I'm showing these guys now. I literally sanded parts of my own hand off and didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Like genuinely sanded parts of my own finger off and stuff like that. Just
So
didn't realise.
I think officially we need the educational board to remove those GCSEs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
officially.
Also as well,
They need to be
Now,
scrapped.
really not
I've-
much use.
I've still got burns from where I thought it was a good idea to just shove my entire hand in the oven rather than just put an oven glove on it. So
Yeah,
I'm probably not
yeah,
the best
definitely
person
that
to be
educated.
having a health and safety GCSE.
Back to Sabotage at Ballara. You might be touring then. Might be.
What, touring?
Yeah, you said you were going to go pubs.
Playing gigs?
Yeah.
What, as in just in general playing gigs?
Yeah.
Well, I'd fucking love to, mate, but it's
If
whenever
it
it's
blows
gonna be.
over quickly, yeah.
Well, mate,
Depending
it's,
on what happens next.
as soon as this all fucks off, it's going to be like the first thing on my mind is getting out and playing gigs, because we didn't really get much chance to have much live experience before. So sort of now this has all happened, this has just put a massive fucking curveball for us.
Yeah, but the good thing about it, right? Because obviously I've started my music career during lockdown, so I've not done any of that. But the good thing that it does is it gives you time to get content effectively, to make songs, to have a backlog, and to have something that you can then go and do 30 minutes at a gig, no problem.
Yeah.
With that amount of time, it gives you time to practice it, record it, rehearse it.
Yeah, it
So
is,
you've
but
got
at the same time, I know a lot of people that have really struggled when it's with this lockdown of like where you would be using that time to do it creatively or sort of like use the time.
They've got in a bit of a slump.
Yeah, it's like they haven't sort of reacted to it as well, and like and some people have I'd say reacted to it badly,
Oh,
and like obviously meaning that they haven't actually sort of like done anything creative or sort of like they've really struggled. Yeah, well some
It's
you know
mental health though, isn't it?
Yeah, it depends on
sometimes
mindset.
it's mental health, but also at the same time, some people just when they're in them sort of situations, boredom. Sometimes you need daily routine to keep your fucking mind busy, and then you keep productive. Because if
Keep
you've got so much
yourself sharp,
time, you might just turn into a fucking mong. You know.
No, it's true.
Oh, it's true.
If you were sat at home every day for like a year watching
brain
Jeremy
just
Kyle,
shits
could you
itself.
imagine what kind of?
Yeah,
Well, you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
watch Jeremy Kyle.
But you know what?
No,
You
not
probably could
anymore.
watch repeats on something. I'm sure it's on.
You could watch
Dave
Judge
or something.
Rinder.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
If you just watch nothing but a year of that every day, you
But
would
there's
become
people that
such
do
a,
that.
On
There's
benefits.
people that do that all the fucking time.
Yeah, but
and
that-
I would go
I
crazy.
Can't believe, honestly, I can't.
Yeah, I don't
that's
know.
one thing to learn from it. Is like, how the fuck can you do that?
Yeah, honestly,
Just
don't know.
being about all the time.
Yeah, I was
like literally, that is it.
You about, mate? Yeah, always.
Always, constantly.
What are you
Yeah.
up to? Not much.
Nothing ever.
Ever.
Yeah, work today, mate. Yeah, never been to work, mate. I'm always here. Come and find me watching Judge
The sad
Rinder.
thing is, there's probably people in the UK that actually are in that situation and are
There's
probably actually
fucking
proud
loads
of
of
it.
them,
Yeah,
mate.
but there probably are people that are actually proud of
Yeah,
the
cool,
fact.
mate. A lot of,
That's
and I don't
mad.
mean this derogatory, but a lot of less affluent places, there is a high percentage of people that live their lives.
Look
like
at Benefit Street. You remember that TV show with what is it, White D and Black D?
that. Yeah,
and
they
whoever
just
else they
literally
are?
live, and that is their life. They just expect handouts, and they want to do that. They fill their time with.
She's minted though. She's on Cameo. You heard of Cameo? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's on that.
but she's
White
not
D.
that minted, then, is
Yeah,
she?
apparently you
but-
can get Snoop Dogg on there. I don't.
Yeah,
fucking
it costs
believe
you a fucking fortune.
Yeah, probably about
Sure.
10 grand or so.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably something stupid. I know.
But you can get
Floyd Mayweather-
Kardashians for like 60 quid. But
What?
we were
Really?
saying, yeah.
Not the actual.
Yeah, they're cousins.
Yeah,
Just
just
share the
cousin.
last
That's
name.
it,
yeah.
It's just blood.
Keith Kardashian.
Lord
Yeah, it'll be the
Kardashian.
gardener. Yeah, it'll be the gardener.
Kay
Yeah.
Kardashian is just some bloke. Hello, chap. Happy birthday, mate.
We discussed it about getting our intro done by a celebrity, just chucking them fucking 120 quid or whatever it is on Cameo.
You can get impersonators for Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
they
that-
sound
The only
exactly
thing
the
is,
same.
Yeah, but then you are treading on
Morgan
copy.
Freeman.
That's pretty fucking
not
good.
bad.
Yeah, that was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's try again. I'm in and do for you.
That was good. That was
That
so
was
good.
Say,
That was-
say,
Hold on.
you're
We're
listening
getting
to
sweet
proper
up.
chat.
You're listening to proper chat. Triple 6 Steve.
That's pretty
Who's that?
It's not that good.
It's not bad at
It's
all.
not bad.
man.
It's not bad.
Have you seen that guy that impersonates David Attenborough? He's like, here today we see the cunt.
Who the fuck is
I
that?
don't know. I'm not very good at accents. I can do an okay Scottish and a little bit of
Go
New
on then. Now
Zealand.
you've hyped it up.
No, I
What's the
can't.
Scottish
I can't do it, mate.
Get him up.
I know
Get
what
him
it's
up.
like being put on the spot, man.
It's too early, mate. The missus is inside.
No, on there.
Which one? Oh, what, the guy that does the
David
impersonator?
Attenborough. Actually, we better not, because
Oh,
again,
yeah,
we're
'cause he might
treading
turn
on
around and be like,
copyright.
I've
I'll tell you
2 million
what, while we're
views.
on a bit of a segue, now is the perfect opportunity for me to do this. So, earlier today, I went and treat ourselves, admittedly.
He's got 14 GCSEs.
What he didn't say is they're all Fs.
No, what you boys didn't realise was I said I got 7 Bs, 4 Cs, 2 Ds. Both the Ds were in English.
Ah, that makes sense.
That was
That's
my
your
lowest
Lex.
score, and both of them were in English.
He's got Lex Dyslick.
Admittedly, the entire time I was at school, I never did a single piece of coursework ever. I don't know if it's the same for anyone
Bro,
else.
how did you get GCSEs?
Blagged it, I reckon.
You can't blag that. You can't. It's not saying you can blag.
So, just as a little treat for us all, I treated us
Pop.
to a bottle of Prosecco.
Hold on.
lad.
I don't even think you could hear that on there, so let's just replay that.
I was trying to
Hold
do it
on,
gently. I was
hold on.
Have
really
you
worried.
paused this now, have you, Ash?
No.
What? Fact check.
No, wrong one. Don't do that to me.
Oh, have you ruined it now?
I've ruined it now. I want that one.
What's that got to do? Fact check.
No, that's not even that. Why is it doing this?
What
I
are you
know
meant to
why.
be pressing?
I know why. Hold on. I'm still figuring this shit out.
So I'll just
If you
keep
pour
drinking
drinks,
it.
you always pass them round first.
Nah, mate.
There we go. There we go.
I was going to pass the bottle. I'm not going to.
Ah, lovely.
I don't know how much people wanted, so I was just going to offer the bottle.
Well, much appreciated, mate.
Yeah, cheers, Will. Thank you for that, mate.
Can
Very
I have
welcome,
one of
boys.
those
What was it
plastic
on? Did
cups
you say
to
what it
drink
was?
this?
I did get you a
behalf
cup.
of-
It's on behalf of the fact that Connor's our first official guest in our new studio.
In our first proper studio.
Thanks,
And
guys.
also just for everything you guys have done for me off camera and off recording as well.
You promise
I'm
you
not
won't speak
sucking
about
his
that.
dick again.
Well, you know, sometimes it's just nice to show your appreciation.
Yeah,
of it,
no,
lads. It's nice
appreciate
to
it.
know that people, you know, are respecting, you know, everything that you
Lovely,
do for them
thank
and the
you,
stuff
mate.
that you do to help out. So
Yeah, cool,
small
lovely.
little thing, you know.
Sounds
It's only
touching my heart. fellas.
exactly, you know. It's,
Honestly.
at the end of the day, it's an £8 bottle of prosecco, boys. I don't like you that much.
Oh,
do you know
don't
what I
tell
mean?
people
But do
that.
you know
It's
what I
fucking
mean?
300 quid that.
Yeah, £300.
Don Perry on, mate.
Little
Yeah,
things go a long way. That's what they
Don
say. mate.
That's it. That's it.
Oh,
It's the
if only
thought that
that was
counts
true.
at the end of the day. It's
In
the thought that
everything.
counts.
I was trying to think about how to fit it in, but I knew you'd come up.
I'd never have that problem.
That's what she said.
Right.
That's actually not bad. That
Died of death.
Yeah, it is.
honestly,
Too much pressure.
Lou, try something.
Not only is it little, it finishes quickly.
Oh, mate, who the fuck is this guy? Where'd you get him from?
Oh, mate, you got to get
We
used
found
to this,
him
mate.
at
You
a
gotta
bus
get
stop.
used to this.
Did you?
Literally.
Having
He
a
was
shit.
there for a few hours before you arrived.
Yeah. Waiting to get into Swavesey bus, on the Swavesey bus to school.
Oh god.
These beers are
So did you
getting
boys?
already.
Did you boys all go to school with each other?
Yeah,
You were the
Lou
same
was
age?
a couple of years older than us.
Really? You all long-standing boys though.
Yeah.
So you all grew up here.
Oh, I was Swavesey originally.
Were you? Oh,
Yeah.
nice one.
Yeah, back in the day, a long time
So
ago.
28. So
he had a
were
push
you
bike,
in
though.
Sam McGinley's year?
No, year above, I believe.
Really?
Year or two above.
Blimey.
I was in the
I
same.
don't think this is
year-
quite stuff people want to
No,
hear
no,
about.
no, no,
This
no,
is
no.
an off-air
Good point.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
this-
I was
this
just
is an
confused.
off-air
I wanted to
conversation,
get the age. That was
Yeah.
all.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I'll
when-
tell you what we could
yeah.
talk about actually. These YouTube, Will was saying earlier about YouTube magicians.
YouTube magicians. Actually, to be fair, I've been.
Anyway,
What is that?
YouTube
What is that? What is that?
X-Files.
Musicians.
But it's not X-Files because it's, what's it, copyright free off of a website.
Oh, is it? It's a.
yeah, so it's a
So
little bit
someone's
off.
done it in
You've
a
done it
studio.
properly, boys.
It's
Yeah.
like X-Files,
Yeah, of course
but
it
it's
is.
not quite.
X-File-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. X-Files vibes.
So, musicians from
Yes.
you that were originally YouTube stars.
So
doing
yeah,
their
so
own shit.
you've probably
Justin
got a good you've
Bieber.
probably got a good perspective on this. Well, like because me and Lewis
Actually,
have had
that's a
kind
good
of a
shout.
conversation about this before. Because obviously
Bless you.
Sorry, fellas. Sorry
Bieber
about
kind of started that way, didn't he?
Right.
But
He
obviously
did start.
he
I'm
got
sure
he
he
got
was,
discovered off
wasn't
of he got discovered off of YouTube and then went to an actual label, didn't he?
Yeah, so he wasn't
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Right,
But I
so
mean,
he
But
wasn't.
obviously, you've got people right now like KSI, for example, who's got a number
Yeah,
one.
let's
with
clarify
Craig
what we were
David.
saying
as
there.
being a YouTuber.
Yeah, so it's an
And
actual
he is a
YouTuber,
YouTuber.
musician.
I honestly
Yeah.
could not tell you. I can't probably name you 5 YouTubers. As I just know.
What, just in general?
No. I
Do you not
couldn't.
watch YouTube?
No, not really. Well, obviously, fucking Joe Rogan. That's about it.
Do you watch Joe Rogan,
Okay.
do you?
Yeah.
And
Do
proper
you?
chat.
Yeah, proper chat.
Yeah,
now,
of
proper
course.
chat.
Yeah.
Lots
And
of
proper
stuff
chat.
goes on there.
Yeah, but that's not.
Same
that's not on
league.
YouTube, is it?
Yeah.
No, it is.
Is
Yeah.
it?
It's going on there now.
Oh,
And we're
okay.
At
So
the
you're
moment,
just-
we've got audio
okay.
clips.
So it's audio. I see.
Yeah, but it's going to be visual.
Yeah, I
as
mean,
of
I don't
2021.
really use YouTube that much. I mean, I should use it a lot more for sabotage. I've got another sneeze coming, by the way. I'm just trying to.
That's
put it
all
off.
right because
Yeah.
I can just mute you like this.
Drink.
And it's coming. It's coming. Bless you.
Goddamn motherfucker!
But yeah, like from a personal standpoint, obviously I don't know much from anything about the music industry really, if I'm honest. But from like an outside perspective, like someone like KSI coming in and smashing a number one slot over people like Little Mix and all these kind of
But
things.
people will
that
buy
have
his
It's
such-
shit
because they've
just
already
because
got
of
such
bless
a
you.
huge
But they have,
base.
but like
No, you're all right.
Little Mix have such a big fan base, massive fan base. Surely it must be much bigger than KSI
That's
all
nice.
over the world.
But what you have to realise as well is these people have so many fans and they'll probably see it as a comedy thing as well. So they'll just chuck out something and people will just watch it and watch it and watch it because they're already watching their
Yeah, but
content.
that isn't how you get a number one.
Well, he was quite clever.
But
with
if
his,
he puts it on Spotify or Apple, people
no,
are
it's
going to
actually
listen
good
to
music.
it. Yeah.
It's actually
Is
good.
it actually
it's
good?
actually-
It's done like 3 or 4 tracks now that are
to-
actually
to
good
a-
songs.
to a stage now where he's basically even he himself has got to a stage where he's even now calling himself a proper artist, and he does see himself.
Yeah, but
now
he
as
called
a
himself a
musician.
proper boxer as well.
To be fair,
beyond them.
No,
Actually, just a fucking
to be fair,
nutter.
we can all sit here and rip it out of him, but at the end of the day,
Mate.
technically he did have 2 professional boxing
No, of course he
fights.
did. And, mate, I fucking-
none of us have ever stepped in a ring in front of how many thousand people
But
and had
if
to try and
someone
not get
offered me
knocked out
100
by
grand,
someone.
I fucking would. That's for sure.
Of course you would. Of
Yeah, and
course
you
you
got a
would.
lot more than 100
And-
grand. Fuck me, for 100 grand, I'd go in there with my hands tied behind my back.
Well, he's actually done a video about it, and it's quite mad because obviously the pot is different, isn't it? Depending on who wins. And obviously the first fight,
Yeah.
it was a draw, wasn't it? So there was a big disagreement about how the pot was then
Yeah,
split.
because it was all fake bullshit. It was all to get
And then
sponsors
obviously
double money.
the second pot was obviously then a lot bigger because of how big it become from the first fight. And obviously again it was such a close call that the pot was then argued about again at the end of that. And
Yeah, well, if
he's done
someone
like
wins, someone wins. You wouldn't get that in real boxing,
so,
would you?
like,
You
he-
wouldn't say he nearly didn't beat him, so I want more money.
Well, so his younger brother Deji, who's also a YouTuber, he fought Jake Paul,
Yeah.
and he actually lost.
Yeah.
But there's a whole thing about that. So there's a diss track that was made by another YouTuber, Randolph.
You know a lot about this. I think this is your area of expertise.
YouTube. Yeah, since he's been furloughed, it's just.
I'm not going. I'm
12
not.
You're
hours
in
a
a
day.
mastermind. Fuck your health and safety.
I have run out of content, like to a stage where I'm not even joking. The other day I was watching like a 45-minute video on a guy like showing me how to take apart an engine that I do not own or have access to. But I was just interested in this particular car engine, and I was like, I wonder how you take that apart. So I'm here watching a 45-minute video of this guy taking apart.
Yeah, that will serve you no.
Don't get me wrong, I was fascinated and I loved it, and you know, I took in the information,
Yeah.
but it's useless,
Bro, you can't run out of content on YouTube. Though.
mate. Honestly, to a
It's
stage
like
where
200 billion hours worth of footage every
All right,
year or something uploaded.
actual content that you're going to want
Really?
to watch.
Yeah, real statistics.
It's something
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think
it's
it's
probably.
I think it's like
Probably crazier than that.
I think
That's
it's like
probably
180 right.
180,000
Fuck me,
hours
people-
every week or something
People
like
put
that.
on
Isn't it?
like fucking hundreds of hours at a time. Don't
Yeah,
they?
exactly. There's so many people that do it now.
I think
as
it's
well.
180,000 hours a week. I think is the
That's
statistic. I
fucking
think
mental
something
when you
like
think
that.
about it.
180,000.
Hours a week, yeah, or it might even be a day. It might
Yeah,
be
it's
a day.
got I mean, fucking fact check. Well, this is literally your job, Will.
Yes,
this
let's
is why
find
we
out.
brought you in.
Anyway,
this is what
going
you're
back.
meant to do.
Let's find out.
Well,
We
I'm
shouldn't
actually-
be like, it should probably be this. You
I'm
need
actually
to go,
curious about
this
that.
is how
I
much
did.
it
I
is.
did know it, but yeah.
Yeah.
While Will looks that up, anyway, people like KSI, what do you think of their sort of music careers that they've built from YouTube?
I couldn't even tell you anything about KSI.
No,
You've definitely heard his music. Do you listen to any chart music?
Nah,
you don't
not
have
at
radio
all.
on?
Nah, not at all.
No,
So
no,
what's-
you're definitely a very indie, like specific music, specific
Yeah,
sort
I'm
of
not
guy.
really that, man.
What
I
do you-
listen
what do
you
more
listen to?
Just not like well, I listen to famous stuff, but like not most of the stuff I listen to is much smaller time. Not because of like that. It's just what's presenting itself to me. Really, I don't
What you
listen to
like.
the radio. Really.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like my main roots, like wherever like my music taste is just heavy metal. Like,
Ah,
that's
same as
that's-
me.
Yeah, that's like my love from like when I was younger. And then,
because the
and then-
instrumental for metal is just something else.
Oh man.
When you listen to it, we were discussing this. We were listening to Candlemass, who I've recently got into. They're like Metallica and Iron Maiden have made a baby.
Nice.
And you said, "Fuck me, the drumming's good," and it's like
I never really, because heavy metal isn't my thing,
Yeah.
but I do
appreciate it.
Yeah, I do appreciate it, and I get exposed to quite a lot of it because we often in your car and you've got it on, and I have no idea why the drummers aren't more appreciated than what
Oh,
they are.
mate,
They
they're
should be
fucking
getting
mental.
they should be getting paid far more than anyone
It's
else.
the same in punk music as well, man. Like,
It's just how does
take it to
someone
the
do
next
that?
level.
I thought I
It's
masturbated
like,
quickly.
it's like the bass players and stuff like that. People always take the piss out of bass players and stuff. The reality is they're actually pretty fucking skilled at what they do. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It does
Well,
take
they've
It's just the
got to
drumming.
skill
I
to
can't
do it.
believe someone can move their hands that
Oh,
quick
yeah.
in such a like crazy rhythm that's good on the ear. It's not just someone banging on a fucking drum kit, and at such a pace. I just can't.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just it
But
blows
that's
my
one
mind.
of those things, isn't it? You
How
know,
talented
they've
that
probably
is.
played that drum set since they were like 6 years old,
Yeah.
religiously
Yeah,
every day.
and
you
I
know what
couldn't tell
mean?
you a
They're probably-
single drummer.
Yeah,
Not one.
that's
Really?
the crazy thing.
I couldn't tell
me
you a
drummer?
single
What?
drummer. Go on then, tell
No
me
way.
10. Go.
Joey Jordanson.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Joey Jordanson.
You've got to say the bands that they're from
Keith
as well.
Moon.
Keith
Joey
Moon,
Jordanson from
yeah.
Slipknot. Keith Moon from The Who. What's his name?
Lars from Metallica.
No, Keith Moon is from The Who, isn't
Yeah, I think so.
he?
Yeah.
And then
Anyway,
what's his name?
Is there a
from-
Cody someone that does
John
drums?
Bonham from Led Zeppelin?
Yeah, with one arm.
No, that's Judas. Not Judas Priest. What the fuck are they called?
Oh no, it's
Def
not
Leppard.
Def Leppard. I
Def
saw
Leppard.
that's it. I saw Def
Roger
Leppard.
Taylor.
the year
I'm
before
sure
last.
it's Roger Taylor, but I
What's
can't
this,
remember if it's
4
him.
or 5?
For Queen, there's what's the drummer?
Oh, Brian, not Brian,
No,
mate. Fucking
Roger
what's it?
Taylor is
Roger,
either
yeah.
the bass player or no.
The
John
blonde
Deacon
one.
is the bass player, and Roger Taylor is the drummer.
Right, so we're at 4.
Four. Drummer. I could tell you loads from little bands, like the bands that I love. Adam Savage from While She Sleeps. The drummer Matt Nichols from Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, nice.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Big up
What-
Matt Nichols.
what's
Better shout out all of them.
Charlie
I was
Harmon,
gonna
the
do
drummer
it.
from Will and the People, my favourite band of all time, which is completely different to metal. Like, I'm not saying heavy metal is my only thing,
But
I love it all.
you like a mix.
I love
of
everything,
anything
man.
that's
It's just
good
the
on the
main
ear.
thing that was like a big inspiration for me and what hit hard was
That's
metal
the
music.
chicken on your roast dinner.
But hip hop is what I listen to
That's
most
a
of the time
fucking
now.
analogy and a half.
The chicken on the roast dinner.
Yeah, that's your chicken on the roast dinner.
Yeah,
is your heavy
it
metal.
wouldn't be a
so to
meal
speak.
if it wasn't for the chicken.
Yeah,
Do you know
but
what I
then
mean?
you've got your dumplings that are your hip hop. You've
Your
got your sprouts that are
dumplings, yeah.
pop music. You've got
Pop
your carrots
music.
that are.
Yeah, like don't
That's
get me
why they're
wrong,
the
I love
sprouts.
everything.
I was being specific.
Yeah, I
there.
know, I got you. I love it all though, man. Like
Yeah.
there's certain pop songs I do like. I just don't know any KSI music. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying
you
to
will
think
have
of
heard
any
it
pop
then.
artists that I do like at the moment. Who gets played in the daytime? Hit me with some people.
I
couldn't
don't
really
listen
tell
to the
you.
radio.
Do you know? Oh, you don't. Go on then. What do
No,
you
I
guys
listen.
listen
I
to?
listen. I do.
Come on,
listen
hit me.
to
You
the radio.
go first,
So-
Lewis.
You want me to be completely honest?
Just
I don't.
a couple of artists that you fucking love.
I mean,
I didn't finish my drummers, by the way. We'll come back to that.
no. Let's finish your drummers first.
Okay, what did I get to? 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
7.
No, but you were at 4.
I got Will and the People as well.
Yeah.
didn't I?
So that was number 7.
Yeah, so that's Will and the People, 7. And then, what other bands? Rob Rolfe from Enter Shikari. He's
Nice.
a drummer
I
from
saw
Enter
him
Harris'
at Anna
brother.
Shikari last year as well.
Oh, they're so good,
Yeah,
man.
fucking
Did you see him
quality.
at Junction?
No, I saw him at Download.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
mate.
mate,
We got a
I
lot to
fucking
talk
love
about,
it.
brother. We got a lot to talk about. Oh, I love Download.
Did
I
you-
didn't
did you
It's
go
like the
last
year
year?
Ozzy was there.
Yeah, no, I was at Grass Pop in Belgium when I saw Ozzy.
Really?
And he was fucking amazing.
Oh, you
Um,
fucker.
My missus went to see Guns N' Roses at
Yeah.
Download, and she
that was the year I didn't go.
Yeah,
That's when Ozzy was there.
she messaged me. She went with her brother. She was like, Guns N' Roses were fucking amazing. You're going to love them. They do a 3.5 hour
Now
set.
there's this old bloke
We
from
watched-
Birmingham on.
Yeah, we got there. Bear in mind, Guns N' Roses were on the first night, so we'd driven a minibus to fucking Belgium, and they played, and about an hour in, we were like, this is fucking horseshit.
Really?
Like, they're
To
so
be
crap.
fair, we
sounded
played.
too excited
No,
by
no.
that.
I'll
You're
tell
happy.
you
Everyone.
why I laugh at that, right? Because me and my brother went to go and see him in fucking London with Oscar.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Were they shit? He can't sing anymore, can he?
oh man, the
he
thing
can't
is,
do
right,
his own
I was
music.
trying to tell myself how much I enjoyed it, but when I look back on it, it really wasn't that great.
It's not, no.
And like, it's just they were that. They had that old cool like when they were younger. Now
Yeah.
they're fat old men screaming like rats. Do you know what I
Slash,
mean?
Slash is still
Slash
fucking
Slash
good.
has got it, you know,
Yeah.
like he's never going to lose it because he's an instrumentalist, but Fat Axel is like, it's just not a thing.
Although a mate of ours saw Axel front ACDC
Yeah,
in Australia,
apparently, I bet that
and
would've
he,
been
he
good.
said he was better fronting ACDC doing ACDC
Really?
songs.
It's like a
than
Fat
he
Man
was-
tribute.
Yeah,
Oh, that's brilliant. That is
it was
brilliant.
amazing. But the same weekend, it was 4 days of music rather than Download being 3. So we saw Volbeat so Guns N' Roses on the first night, Volbeat, Iron Maiden, Ozzy Osbourne, and it was fucking phenomenal.
Really?
Absolutely. I'll always remember it. There's a German band called Icebreaker, which are a bit like Rammstein.
Is it an icebreaker? Is that what it is?
Or Arsebreaker, either way.
Oh yeah, but what is then? What does it translate?
Is that
into?
I don't know. I don't speak German.
Yeah, but-
I'm getting there anyway. So we're stood there.
Real, this is your job.
Yeah, we're stood there.
Find out
watching-
what
The way he just looks you dead serious in the eyes. He's just, I don't know. I don't speak German.
Anyway, I'm getting there. So me and my mate James and another mate of mine Adam are stood there. Right, it's in the middle of the day because the music starts early. So we're listening to Arsebreaker, which are like fucking Arsebreaker.
How do you spell
They
it?
were fucking
Google it, German band,
EIS,
Arsebreaker.
something like that. And we're watching it, and we're all enjoying it. And Adam turns around to James, and Adam's like, "It's pretty good." James turns around and is like, "Yeah, but I don't speak Spanish." And it
German. I bet you wait yourself.
Mate, it's because it's from Anchorman, isn't it? It's like, stop it, Paxton. You know I don't speak Spanish. And we fucking creased because
that is
Adam
one of
stood
those
there
things.
going, like, you could see the cogs.
You
I fucked
fucked
up
up
as
now.
well. You could see the cogs go around in his head like, they're singing German. Why did he say Spanish?
Yeah, that is
And
funny.
mate, it was
Props
so
for that joke.
fucking
Shout
funny.
out to that joke.
Yeah. Oh, it was amazing.
I've just found the
7.
best- I've just
You're at 7.
7.
You're at
Oh,
7
fuck's
drummers.
sake.
I've just
I'm not dropping this.
Oh, okay.
Just while you think about your next
Arsebreaker.
one, I've just found probably one of the best names for a band ever. German band.
Google.
The translation of the band name is "We butter the bread with butter."
Fucking Travis Barker. Travis Barker.
Yeah, so what, that's
Fuck,
8?
did I not? That's 8, yeah?
What about Danny Carey from Tool, my all-time favourite
Do you love
band?
Tool, do you?
I
Oh, mate,
love
I'm
Tool.
not really got into them that much, but I'll tell you that one Your blade, your fingers.
Yeah.
What's the pot?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You must have
mate.
been out. Yeah. I'm not going to butcher it on here.
Yeah, no, it's
Mate,
fine. I just
he
couldn't remember the
actually sounded
melody.
a bit like it.
Yeah.
It's a fucking tune.
Maynard James Keenan is one of
Just-
the best
just to
fucking
interject as
singers
well.
I feel
I've
like
ever
I
heard.
should. I feel like I should have paid them
Good
a lot
luck.
more time and attention. And
Let
I
him talk.
haven't
It's
really.
passionate.
All you
That's
need to do, you need to put your headphones on, put 10,000 Days on, and lay on your bed and listen to
And
it.
wank.
Smoke a joint and lay there and listen to it, and you'll
Actually,
have the
don't
best
wank. This is
fucking
fucking
time.
Yeah,
of your
no,
life.
I've heard they're pretty
Mate.
fucking amazing, man. Like I said, I've listened to that track and I've given them. I haven't given them that sort of time, like sitting down inside and listening to them. Like, just
even
put
I
them on in
really
places.
have grown to
They're
like them a lot.
Impressive.
Yeah, and that's not my genre at all.
No,
Yeah.
no, but they are. I've heard they're very good. Do you like Rage Against the Machine?
You love them.
Yeah,
I
they're
saw
like top.
Prophets of Rage. I went to see
Yeah, so
Eminem, and Prophets of Rage were.
I'd love to see Eminem.
It was shit.
What?
I'm
Really?
fucking telling you. We paid £125 a ticket. Bear in mind, 3 weeks before we saw the Rolling Stones for £100 a ticket, and they were
I
phenomenal.
bet they
Oh,
would
right,
be.
yeah.
Oh, they're,
Like,
so I'd love to see
fucking
them, but I just wouldn't ever spend that
unbelievable.
much money on them. I don't care that much.
There's
for them. I
only-
do care for
yeah.
them a lot, but
There's only so many bands I'll spend over £100 on, and it would
Stones,
be stuff
yeah,
like
I understand.
Eminem. Rolling Stones.
Eminem, Rolling Stones, AC/DC, and
Yeah.
Metallica
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
bands I
Who
would
would
spend
I?
big
That's a
money on.
question. Let's
Look,
get back to this in a
one
sec.
sec.
You just said, we'll get back to this in one sec. Remember your train of thought. You as a musician and an artist, and you just said that you wouldn't spend £100 on a ticket for Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
How many bands would you spend £100 ticket on, and who would that have to be?
I mean,
Will and
there
the
would
People.
be so
That's
much.
a good-
I would
that's a
spend.
good
I would
question.
spend that
That's a
money
good
on Will and the People, you know, and that's why it's like fucking so frustrating that we were in a position that we were going to support them and it got taken because they are like.
Yeah, but
although
surely you'll
they're
do
a
that
small
again.
band in the scheme of things, like they are my fucking favourite band. So it's like,
Yeah.
so when they come into town to play under our brand, to play with us supporting them. And I'm like, we're
Dream come
speaking to
true.
them
Big
and
thing,
arranging
yeah.
this. Yeah, and it's like, fuck's sake, man.
Yeah, but
anyway, it
can't
will happen
you
another
rearrange
time.
at the junction.
Yeah, well, the junction's not big enough, and it's all socially distanced, mate. It's got to be
The
somewhere.
junction's bigger than
Yeah,
Bellare.
it'll be big enough. No, it's too big almost to put on that gig.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, it's got to be sitting down. Everyone's got to be sat down.
And
watching.
that kills the mood.
You
in
know,
it.
so- and
And
that's
there's
what I mean.
no
like,
chairs in the junction.
That's why it was like, yeah.
all on the floor like school
Yeah.
kids.
Everyone just
Yeah,
sat down on the ground,
cross-legged.
yeah.
No mask.
Be like a hippie concert, yeah.
I love the drummer. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, the drummer of which I can only name 8 of. Well,
Yeah. It's still-
8 out of 10 is not bad.
I
Yeah,
could get
I think
2
that's
more.
not
I just
bad.
need to fucking think a minute.
quickly finish
Lars
that.
Ulrich from Metallica.
Yeah.
Surely there's got to be like the Blink 182 days and like,
Matt Sorum from Guns N' Roses.
Oh, there you go, there's a 10.
cool.
There's
All right,
10.
you've done it.
Yeah, I
You've
could,
done
I could probably go
No,
20
fair,
if I looked
fair.
at my
No, fair
iTunes. Sorry. All right, sorry,
I
guys.
could do 100
I know
if I
so
looked
many
at Google.
drummers, you won't fucking believe it, man.
it. Yeah. I love my drummers.
Just go.
The thing is, though, if I said name lead singers, you could probably smash up 50, no
of course.
problem.
I know what you mean. There's,
Yeah,
there's
they
a
don't
lot
get the
less
pro-
drummers known, isn't there?
Yeah, and
There's a lot
it's
less
easier
recognition,
to
yeah.
sing or to be a vocalist, in my opinion, than it is to drum.
Yeah. Well, everyone's got a voice, haven't they? Not everyone's got rhythm.
But
You'll
not-
say that.
not
My
everyone can
voice,
use their
but my
voice as
singing
well as
voice
other
is
people.
shit.
Yeah, but you could just do a different style of singing. Just
It's
do
finding,
like that
your, it's finding your
Mongolian
voice,
fucking.
yeah, I
Oh,
suppose.
mate.
Finding
Have
your,
you ever-
your style.
Connor, have
Yeah.
you ever listened to The Who? Not
yeah.
The Who, but HU, The Who.
No.
They're,
Oh
a,
my
they're
God.
a Mongolian
Oh, yeah, I
metal
have
band.
actually. I have, yeah.
It's
Swanee
actually
showed me
sick.
That's Danny Blackcar, by the way. His name's Swanee. That's what I call him. He hates it. Because his last name's Swanza.
Oh, right.
And everyone used to call him it when we were at school.
So he hates
and then
being
as
called
we got
Swanee.
older, I was just stuck with me because I was so used to calling him
And
it.
no one else likes it.
Now I've just said it on air. He'll be like, "Fuck's sake, Connor, call me fucking Swanee. I'm Danny now. I'm Danny."
I'm Mr. Blackheart.
Yeah, exactly.
B.A.
The leader of the
The Who
Prophets.
were just, if I was an MMA fighter, professional, that'd be my entrance music. It's war music.
Yeah, fuck.
It's
Yeah,
music
it
that
is.
gets you going.
Do you like
Joe
heavy,
was
heavy
mad.
music?
I
I
like.
looked
So
up-
you can't get a word in
Well,
edgeways.
there is that. I looked up that statistic, right? 180,000 hours. I was miles off.
How
Yeah.
much was it?
As of the 21st of February 2020, 500 hours of content is uploaded to YouTube every single minute.
500
Every
hours?
single
A minute.
There's 500 hours.
Which is
there's,
pretty
there,
impressive.
according to the
Imagine the
statistics,
size of
there's
their
so much.
servers.
There is so much content being uploaded to YouTube that YouTube can't even check it all before it's
What?
getting uploaded. They reckon there's about
That-
20% can be checked physically
No
by
fucking
YouTube.
way.
That
Which
explains
means
why
that
ours
so
hasn't been
much
taken
stuff-
That
down
means
yet.
80% of that is not even being
Regulated,
checked in
which
any way,
means
shape,
that
or form.
there's actually massive hoo-ha about that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you can access like the Alchemist
Anarchist cookbook.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like segments of that on YouTube.
There's recipes for Rehypnol and
Is
all
there?
sorts of stuff.
Andrew
Yeah,
was
yeah.
telling me.
Yeah,
Send me the
he was
link.
telling us about this. Yeah, he was telling us about this. Honestly, this is stuff that is just
Link
on
will
there.
be available in the description,
This is
guys.
this is stuff
No,
that's
it
just on
won't.
there. This is stuff that's just on there.
That's mad, though, isn't it?
There's a page. I don't know if it's still on there. I remember reading about this like years ago. I think it's like 2018 or something like that.
sweet, mate.
But there's a
Cheers,
page on there that's all like Nazi propaganda and stuff like that, and all this other kind of really out there proper right wing propaganda stuff. I'm okay, thank you, mate. And they were for a week on and off. They were constantly uploading, and this video was getting removed of basically how to make a pipe bomb. And they for a week they kept uploading, and YouTube would remove it, and they'd upload it,
Like
and YouTube
you
would,
do with,
and that kept happening.
Copyright
virus
music.
videos.
For
like,
like-
you
for
know,
like-
when you go online and type in on Putlocker and shit like that,
Yeah.
it always gets deleted and refreshed,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
exactly. So they did that
Like
for
that guy that blew his head off on TikTok.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that?
Nah.
Again,
because it was coming up in kids' stories.
TikTok physically could not control it. So
Yeah.
so
it was a huge breach.
So my ex actually apparently ended up seeing part of it. She didn't watch the whole thing, but she ended up seeing.
I
part
watched
of
the
it.
whole thing.
And then so she
Easiest
she was
wank I've
one
ever
that
Oh Christ!
well, she was the one that mentioned it to me, and yeah, from what I gather, it got to a stage where TikTok couldn't
No, they
stop
couldn't
it.
because
They
so many
physically
people had
couldn't stop it.
saved it. So that
Well,
then people were
apparently-
selling that to news outlets, saying, "Look, I've got this off." They just screen record it,
Well-
right, and say, "I'm watching that on TikTok." They're not. They've downloaded
Yeah,
that.
from TikTok.
The
yeah.
guy blows his own head off with a shotgun.
Well, from what I gather though, apparently people were like reposting it. So like you'd get like 30
Yeah.
seconds of like a dog, or 30 seconds of like something quite something quite wholesome.
Oh,
You know what I mean, like a nice video. Then all of a sudden it would transition to this
granny
guy with like a
baking
shotgun
bread.
in his face, blowing his own head
yeah,
off.
it weren't like that though. It wasn't. It was very emotional. It wasn't just some bloke.
But
just-
no,
it
that's
was
what I'm
like-
saying. People had edited it, so it was literally, it's a dog playing whatever, catching a ball, something like that, whatever it was, and then all of a sudden, shotgun.
I love
bang.
where your mind goes to when you're talking happy videos.
But that's
your happy place is a dog catching a ball.
But that was genuinely, honestly, what they were doing. They were editing these
no,
videos.
yeah,
with
no, they
the,
were,
like,
yeah, and it's a massive
20,
huge
30
breach.
second wholesome content.
500. Do
Hours.
some maths on that quickly.
So-
because I said about 2 billion hours a fucking year.
Do you know what's real fucking irritating? I uploaded the video onto YouTube yesterday, right?
Yeah.
It's a 2 hour 40-minute video.
Of
It
you
must
having a
have
wank.
taken. Yeah, I know. I stretched it out.
One of them slow ones.
Yeah.
Well, you really appreciate it.
It was only about 45 seconds, but it was super slow mo.
He's doing that slow, isn't he?
No, and it fucking takes ages to upload to YouTube.
Yeah,
This
it's,
is fucking
it's all
hours
about you
and
have to
hours.
compress the videos.
Yeah, we've had it before with music videos. You've got to sit there quite a long time waiting for it to
Oh
compress.
my. 720,000 hours a day.
Bloody hell. You
That's
were
pretty
far off.
impressive.
That's 262,800,000 hours of content a year is uploaded to
No, that's
YouTube.
not that. That's I said 2 billion.
And then, so if I divide that by 5, that give me 20%. So they only check 52 million
Out of
hours
260.
out of the 280, whatever it was.
Really?
million.
That is a joke, really, isn't it?
That's mad.
Yeah, well, how do they capture
Not as good
That's
as the joke
mad.
I
Do you know
did
what
last
else
week.
is mad? The Euro Millions jackpot tonight is 144 million, which is
What's the
half of
time?
what you just said, which
Yeah.
means if you won that, it would be like winning £250 every minute for a year. Just some quick maths there.
Yeah.
But that's how much.
that.
If you won 144 million, it would be the same as winning
That's
about
crazy.
250 quid every minute for an entire year.
That is
Jeff
madness.
Bezos earns, not Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg earns $2,500 a minute.
That is it's just too much.
That's
Elon
disgusting.
Musk's overtaken him now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Elon Musk is now the second
Imagine
richest
that you
man
go
in the
for a
world.
shit and you come back with 15 grand richer.
Imagine being Mark
And that's a
Zuckerberg.
quick
Imagine
shit.
being Mark
That's one
Zuckerberg.
that, like a ghost wipe.
Imagine being Mark Zuckerberg going for that shit. You come out and you get a bleep on your phone, and all of a sudden you've moved down the fucking Forbes list, and you've been overtaken by Elon Musk.
And if you invested in because you've got like a dummy account, haven't you?
Yeah.
Ash? And you doubled your money in like 3 months or something on Tesla or with Tesla.
SpaceX at the moment,
Bloody hell.
they're
It's good at
from
the
when
minute,
that
really
You
company
can do that with anything. There's loads of
SpaceX
apps now. You can invest for like $5 Just put it in something. I'm
Plus-
going to do it because then I can
500.
tell people I've
Do you
got
know-
shares.
Plus
Do you know-
500. If you put a certain money on it straight away as your first account, they like double it for free or something
Yeah.
stupid like that. Plus 500.
Fun.
And you can also do investments across like you can invest in money.
It's Forex
So
you do also.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Forex. Yeah.
And all
But
those
does
different
plus
type of things.
500 do company?
Does investments,
Yeah,
everything,
all
all of it.
sorts.
It's
That's what
all
I've
it's all
got.
in one app basically, and you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna
you
do
can-
What's good
Yeah,
is-
it basically
I'm
creates.
going to do
a
100 quid when I get paid and see how quickly I can
It
fuck it
basically
up.
creates a
on
portfolio
I'll
for
tell
you.
you
Dodgy.
So I set up a test account, and when you do a dummy
Test account sounds a lot like a testicle.
yeah. So I set up like a dummy account, as you
Yeah.
would say, a training account, and they give you 40 grand in fake money to invest, and I lost it within a week.
Withdraw.
Like, gone. And then it went down to about 300
Imagine
quid.
Monopoly money just starts flying out of cash.
Withdraw! I want my money. Give me a test withdrawal. Just contact their customer service. Yeah, I've got the test money, but can we do a test withdrawal?
I wonder if anyone's walked into like a car showroom or something like that with that on there.
With
Be
their
like,
plus
look, mate, I've got
500.
40 grand in my bank. Like, it's fine. It's
I'll transfer
fine.
you it,
Sell me the
mate.
car, mate. Sell me the car.
I lost pretty much all of it. I had about $500 left in there. I was like, you know what, I'm going to put it in stuff that I have no idea about, but I know that changed lives. I went in like by Beyond Burger when that started. When it
Byron?
no, Beyond Burger.
Oh, okay.
They're a vegan meat patty.
Oh, yeah.
And I put the $500 test in that and just forgot about it.
Yeah.
And then come back to it and it was like back up. It just
How?
grew and
What,
grew
to
and grew.
40G?
No, it got to about, well, I think it was about 3.5 grand from there.
Fuck me. So
Because
you
I
did
got
7
there
times
as
your money.
soon as it started
live.
floating on the stock exchange.
Oh,
And
see, this
fucking
is.
vegans.
I
are
honestly
everywhere.
want to start doing this like properly. Like if I'm investing 50 quid a month into the way
You
the
have to-
world works now, it's not like how it
I'll,
used to be.
I'll tell you what
We've
the
got
quickest way to make a company successful.
Yeah.
Just get someone famous.
Advertise them on Proper Chat.
Jay-Z took over, or has taken over a controlling share in a US cannabis company, TPCO. He's basically taken over their brand strategy.
They're stepping on your toes there, mate.
And-
No, it's BHPCO.
Oh, sorry,
Fuck's
sorry,
sake.
sorry, mate.
And so basically he took over like a controlling share. He's also got people like Rihanna, Meek Mill, stuff like that involved in it.
Who the fuck's Meek Mill?
He's a rapper.
Are
Is
you
he?
serious?
Yeah.
I listen
know
to
who
good
Meek Mill
music.
is.
Wait, fuck yourself.
Meek,
I do
Meek,
listen
Meek,
to that
Meek,
music as well. I don't personally
Meek
listen to
Mill's had
Mill,
top
but-
tens and stuff.
No, I
No,
don't
I've
listen.
never
I don't
listened
listen to Meek Mill
Do you
either.
not
But
listen to
he
any
he's
other
had top
music
tens,
other-
though.
do you
He
not?
does.
I
He's
listen
had
to
top tens.
We were in the car
You
listening
listen
to
to rap-
country music the other
He's
day.
had top
yeah.
tens.
I listen to everything.
when we
but
when we finish this
Take
off
me
the other day, I
home.
said to Ash when we get back, like
Get some
yesterday,
power ballads
get
on.
some power ballads on. I want some power ballads.
it's like,
We'll
So
be
since
sorry.
since Jay-Z took over a controlling share in that company, they've seen a 134% boost in their revenue. Bearing in mind, they're not selling any new products. They're not changing
It's just because
anything.
Jay-Z's part of it.
Literally just because Jay-Z has taken a
You
controlling
know what would be a
share.
good thing to-
134%.
If you want something to invest in, I'm going to try this. I think on the 31st or the 1st, I'm going to put 50 quid into McGregor's whiskey company.
Oh, yeah.
Because and just to see where it goes, because
That
he's
has gone
coming,
massive.
he's doing
That's
another
gone
fight,
massive.
isn't he?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's just
and
gonna,
that's gone massive.
and he'll be self-promoting that. So that's somewhere to just make money.
I'll tell you what, boys, as well. I saw this and
If anyone's interested,
just-
if you want to invest in Proper Chat, please contact us at info@properchat.com.
I screenshotted
Is
this
that
because
your
I
actual
couldn't
email?
believe this.
No,
This,
it's
this
not.
was actually on Sky News.
you were
Pretty
going
good.
to spam it.
No, I was going to say I'm impressed.
So this is actually
I'm
on
not
Sky
now.
News, boys. This is mental, right? So Donald Trump has pardoned his former national security advisor Michael Flynn, who pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI during an investigation into Russian meddling in the 2016 election, which was
Meddling.
which was the election that got Trump elected president.
What,
So
and he's
Trump,
just-
so Trump used the Russian meddling to get in as president, and
And
has
now
now,
he's suing.
before he leaves, pardoned the guy that got caught for doing the meddling in the first place.
So-
and that's on Sky News, bruv. I swear to
Fuck
God, that's
me.
a
So
true story.
basically,
Sky News.
What
everything.
Trump has just done is admitted that he illegally got into
and
that.
and has now pardoned the guy that was actually blamed for it
Wow.
with no repercussions.
And
whatsoever.
notice how he's done that now, just before, he goes
leaves,
out of office.
because he's now in a position where they're literally like, if you don't leave, like, I want to recount, I want all that stuff, and there's a particular like college that controls all of that and looks after that. But there's a particular group and there's a woman who's in charge. But I can't remember her name now, unfortunately. I'll look it up in a moment.
Rupert.
Weird women's name, but
And
we'll
yeah,
roll with it.
and basically they were put in charge of this, and Trump was like, "Look, I'm not doing it. I'm not backing down.
He did come out today and he said, "I will leave the White House peacefully." If
the reason he did that was because the day before, the woman that was in control of this thing basically
built him like a metal pod in the middle of the White House.
No, she basically,
I will leave, and just walks into this pod. Fuck yeah! Come and get me.
So she basically turned around and said to him.
No, man.
That was the complete wrong one.
So
I was gonna go for the
Not bad. Yeah.
not bad one.
I think
But
fact check was better.
Yeah, so she's basically turned around and said, look, it's taken us time to go back through it all. It's taken us this long to make sure that it's correct and, the figures are what they are. But she came out the day before and was like, yeah,
they are right.
Biden has won, and that's what happens.
Obviously.
And then Trump was like, okay, I got this. In the tweet, he basically made it sound like it was him. He got this woman to check this, and she checked it for him, and it's proper. So now he's willing to step down. So he's just he's
realised
controlling the
fucked up.
narrative.
Basically,
he's controlling the narrative. Basically,
but
he's realised that he's put himself in a place now where he's like, oh shit, I've now made myself look like a dick in front of the entire nation. Because
the thing is, So what he was on a warpath. He was going to rally the troops. They'd already started doing it.
Of course.
And then I think he realised that what that's already doing to the US dollar.
In 6 states at one point, there was armed Trump supporters in every single national office.
I thought you were going to say off license. In every off license, but you can get a Snickers bar for fucking shit.
Every national office, anywhere where there would be like council or anything like that.
Yeah,
there were groups of armed Trump supporters, and we're talking like AR-15 rifles. We're not talking, a pistol on the side or whatever. Talking like a full, like bulletproof vests, full armored weapons, proper go-to-war type stuff.
Yeah,
and they're literally standing in a government-controlled building with these weapons. I think none of them could do anything about it.
Yeah, it's
not a
fucking
single
mad,
thing any of them can do.
What we'll do, we'll leave it there and we'll let them listen to Bleed Easy's Boogeyman. Is that how it is?
Nobody foresees what a boogeyman brings. Nobody foresees what a boogeyman brings. When you're depressed and you're down, no, he's chilling on the ground. No, he's chilling out, waiting around to steal your bedgown. And then he burns your aunt's house down.
Kind heart, gone rogue, bright lights, flow loose, stay tight, rhyme right, beats heavy, spin minds, love loads and there's love lost, low sub and I'll shake souls, I'll take yours and I'll hold hers, maybe I just caught a feeling, maybe I just caught a feeling, I just caught a vibe, living in the melancholy where my thoughts reside, feeling like I'm in a box 6 feet deep in the mud, we didn't come for money but we came for blood.
We came for blood. We came for blood. We came for blood. We came for blood. We came for blood. We came for blood.
Oh no, we didn't come for money but
We came for blood.
oh no, we didn't come for money but
We came for blood.
oh no, we didn't come for money but
We came for blood. We came for blood. We came for blood.
oh no, we didn't come for money but
We came for blood.
oh no, we didn't come for money
We came for blood.
oh no, we didn't come for money but
We came for blood. We came for blood. We came for blood. And we say knock, knock, knock. The devil's at the door. He's never gonna leave until he got what he came for. And the master won't suffice and he's enticing. Suicidal thoughts let my blood shed run red on the stage floor. We came for blood. 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 We came for blood.
I'm on smoke, I've been chilling in your dream. I'm only coming free, but there's only one of me. I don't want your love, no. I can smell your blood, though. Look a little rough, bro. Guess you better go. I'm on smoke, I've been chilling in your dreams. Let me
for blood. We came for blood.
That song is fucking
that is
quality.
awesome.
That's a bit of me.
Thank you very much.
It
That's
really is,
fucking incredible.
Have you not heard that before?
No.
I've definitely shown you
No.
that.
Probably a
Oh,
while
man,
ago,
download
but
it,
that's
download
fucking.
it.
I will.
I've definitely not heard that.
I've
before. That's good.
subscribed on YouTube.
Thank you very much.
So what I'll do is just keep an eye out.
You
for
better
your
do the
shit.
same for proper chat.
Yeah, of course. I only found your Instagram and Facebook's a couple of weeks ago. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. It's all new.
But now I know about your YouTube and all that sort of stuff. I'll follow the whole lot. I'll
Good
follow the whole
fucking lad.
shebang.
We
Yeah,
love
no,
you.
I've got you, boys. Thank you, boy.
Good lad.
Going back to the £100 tickets.
Yeah.
Name
Yes,
three
yes.
free bands or people you would see that you would pay over.
And we'll all do
£100.
this. We'll do this
all
one
do
by
it.
one.
Three people.
Three
Or five.
bands.
We can do 5 if you want 5.
I don't know.
No, let's go
okay.
three.
Let's
Right,
go
three.
three.
Three, yeah, because we've got to go through 4 of us.
Not willing the people.
Not willing the people. I've done that one. Okay?
You've done that.
So 3, dead or alive.
Eddie. Actually, no. That's no.
Well,
I don't think dead because dead. If it's dead,
Alive. Who would I pay £100 for people that are
Yeah.
alive?
yeah,
They're not
'cause
together anymore.
if they were dead, it'd be like, there we go. We've got fucking David Bowie. We've got
I wouldn't
fucking
pay that
Yeah,
for him.
so-
Queen.
No.
We've got.
So okay,
I
so
would.
bands that
I would
love,
pay that for Queen. I
Yeah,
would
so-
actually.
100%. I'd pay fucking
I
hundreds of pounds
the thing
to
is,
see Queen.
I don't know if I would do it without.
Oh no, it's got to be with Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, you see,
no,
see
no,
what
no,
I mean?
No, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, see, I think
Because
that's
you
the
can
thing.
go see
No.
Adam Lambert with Queen, who's
Yeah.
supposed to be
Yeah,
pretty
and
good.
Yeah,
from what I
but
gather,
it's
he's
not
supposed to be,
£100
yeah.
worth of
But at the
Who's
same
Adam?
time,
I thought
He was on X Factor or something like that,
American
and Queen,
Idol.
American Idol. Queen saw his rendition and were
Yeah.
like, "That's our new front."
we want him, and
Fucking
he
hell.
now
I
he
don't
now
know,
basically
that
does Freddie
But
Mercury's
basically, yeah,
vocals,
what you actually meant was that you'd spend fucking hundreds to see Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury, yeah.
Not
as-
to see Queen.
Literally.
Well,
No,
tell you
I'd like
to
see
me,
it all
Queen is
together,
Freddie Mercury,
You
do
know,
you know
like,
what I mean?
it
Like-
has to have Freddie Mercury.
it
No
can't be.
Freddie Mercury, no deal. You know.
I'll tell you what
But
we'll
to
do
me,
then.
to me, that is Queen. Freddie Mercury is
Yeah,
Queen
yeah,
to me.
He
He
Do you know
was
what I mean?
he was a Queen.
Well,
We'll
yeah, I
do-
suppose, yeah.
We'll do 3 dead and 3 alive.
No, that's too much.
Okay,
you think?
right, I'll go.
I can,
No, Three Dead, Three
I
Alive.
can think of 3 Dead, 3
Yeah.
Alive.
Go on then. Start with
okay,
Ash
straight
then.
away.
Start. All right.
yeah,
Ash,
yeah,
then
no,
Connor,
think
then
about
Will,
it,
then
yeah.
me, because I
So
can't. I like that.
my 3 dead would be Queen
Yeah.
with Freddie Mercury, David Bowie, who
Oh,
my dad
yeah.
got to see, which I'm so fucking jealous of,
Yeah.
and Johnny Cash.
Johnny
that's
Cash.
me.
See,
Very,
I didn't
very
even
good choice.
go
Yeah.
to Johnny Cash. I
No,
didn't.
yeah,
even
I
go
I
don't
wouldn't,
think-
but great shout.
But yeah, what an amazing shout! Because I bet.
In fact,
that-
I know my Three
I bet
Dead.
him
100%
live. I bet
know
him
my
live.
Three Dead.
I already know my 3, and I bet 2 of our 3 are the same.
Well, they better not be. I'm going first then.
No, you're not. I know we're going in our
The
order.
year
I know,
we
I'm
were
going.
born, Johnny Cash played Glastonbury, and if
Yeah.
I had a time machine, I would either go
I
back
bet that would
to
be
Live
amazing.
Aid for Queen or Glastonbury
Oh, Live
for,
Aid, yeah.
for Johnny Cash.
Because Live Aid was basically the last thing he did before he died, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Freddie
one of
Mercury,
them.
yeah, because he was really ill when he did that, wasn't he? Because not Boy George. Who's the guy I'm thinking of? It's Christmas.
Oh, George Michael.
George Michael. We're leaving that in as well, boys. We're leaving that in, buddy. We're leaving that in, buddy. I even got the
I'm
lyrics
making
wrong. I
that
said
into a
this
sound
Christmas.
clip.
I said this Christmas, not last Christmas.
This Christmas, you
But
just
yeah.
like pulling a knife into your chest. I'll give you my heart. Yeah. So
my alive
yeah.
would probably be AC/DC.
I know what you're like with money. It'd be fucking anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
AC/DC would be a top
Yeah.
one for me because apparently they're fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I would do Rage Against the Machine,
Yeah, they're worth £100 for me as well.
easy. But they were supposed to be playing Reading and Leeds,
I know,
but
I had
got
tickets.
replaced by someone real fucking shit.
Yeah, next year the lineup's basically just changed, isn't it? It's new
Yeah.
year. It's not the same lineup. So I don't know. They must play a UK gig though.
I would.
Oh,
play,
I think I've got a good one. Sorry, I've just been
I'd
thinking.
pay £100 to see Tool again. Any
Would you?
day. Well, when I saw him at Download last year, bear in mind I see Slipknot the same weekend, and the crowd in Tool, people were we were third row, and we were getting crushed.
Really?
People were passing out next to us
No
and
way.
being carried. It was just something else.
mad.
Like
Slipknot
unbelievably
are,
good.
Slipknot are on my.
It's the problem
Yeah,
with being in
one.
the disabled area.
Yeah. Slipknot were fucking phenomenal.
Oh, they're so good, mate. They're so good. I saw them once, and they were definitely up there with the best that I've seen. They're
Right, so that was all.
massive.
That was your 3, yeah.
Yeah. Best live act, Iron Maiden.
Right.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
no,
I
because
don't know,
that
I've
could
seen
have been
Maiden. I'm
someone's
not a massive
choice.
Maiden
Okay,
fan. This is my problem. So it's like I
Right.
saw Iron Maiden. I was expecting a lot, like because their live show. I heard it was amazing, but unless you really love the music, it's
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
That's
Yeah.
literally
That is
Iron
it, yeah.
Maiden. Do you know
That's
what I mean?
every song.
I've
Yeah.
seen
Yeah.
them
It's
4
every
times.
song just in a different order. Just in a different order.
Yeah, I've seen them 4 times, and every show was the music's the same,
Of course.
but the actual visuals, like the last show I saw, they had a big inflatable devil, and they had a Spitfire on the stage.
What was the one that-
The plane?
Yeah,
What was
What
the one
the
that we went
fuck
to
was that
as,
doing
as
well, they do a lot of
teenagers?
world stuff.
Somewhere back in time.
Yeah,
was that
Somewhere Back in
Metallica?
Time tour 2008.
Metallica?
No, that was Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, that was Iron
Yeah.
Maiden. I 100% agree. The visuals,
Phenomenal.
like
You ain't seen anything like it.
110%. 110%.
Almost as good as Rammstein. Anyway, what's your 6? 3 dead, 3 alive.
Right, my three alive, one of which is Slipknot.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'd pay £100 to go and see them
Yeah.
just because I love them that much. Probably say System of a Down, but I'm not going to put them in there. So Slipknot.
System and their download next year.
Yeah, I know.
You're
So
paying
that's
you're
why-
paying 90
You
for
going?
System.
Yes, yeah, you know, like I wouldn't-
99.99.
No, I'd still love to, but I've seen them quite a few times, so I wouldn't say that. Slipknot,
never
I
seen
would.
them.
Oh, they're so good. Watch them if you ever get the chance.
I'm
mate.
going next year.
Oh, are you? Yeah, they're fucking unreal, mate. They're so good.
And Kiss. Kiss's last
See,
tour.
Kiss, I've never really struck a chord with me, but the live show bit's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, again, I can imagine the actual performance would
Oh,
be.
mate.
But again, like
Yeah.
you were saying about Guns N' Roses, they're all so old now.
Yeah,
They're an
yeah,
energy
true.
band.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but some of them have
Yeah.
still got it. That's the thing.
I mean, that's like AC/DC. A lot of them are,
Well,
nearly
this is my
70
second-
now,
my second
and some
one
of
out
them
of
can
three.
really
Hold
go.
on.
My second one out of the 3 is Black Sabbath. They don't play together anymore,
No.
but I would fucking have loved to have seen Black Sabbath.
So is that
man,
your
they're-
dead? That's got a bit. Well,
They're alive.
Oh, they're a
all
dead
alive.
band, I
They're just
suppose.
yeah,
They're a
they're
dead
best, yeah,
band,
but they only
But-
so
finished
let's call
last year
that-
or a couple of years ago.
Oh,
You know,
okay. Yeah,
so
but
it's-
I think that has to be one of your dead because then you're not going to see them together.
No,
Actually,
because
they'll
they're
probably
all
come
here,
back.
do you know
They're
what I
gonna
mean?
come
They'll
back
do a
for
reunion.
Ozzy
Yeah,
Osbourne
they'll
still
do a
plays. I know
reunion.
he's
They'll
not
do
at
a
the moment because
reunion.
he's
Of course they
ill,
will,
but-
and then they'll charge more than £100. Would you
Yeah.
pay £200 for them?
Once their
Yeah,
pockets
yeah,
get a
I
bit
would.
Like, 3 years'
honestly,
time,
they're
Con.
one of the
You're
only
just
once their
great
pockets
songs
get
ever.
once their pockets get a bit more empty and they've got to start thinking properly about retirement, they'll do another.
I think
they'll
they've
do
already
another.
retired. Fuck me.
Wow.
Ozzy hasn't.
I was about- I
No,
was
he
about-
hasn't, but he's gonna die, isn't he?
Yeah.
To be honest, I would like to.
How is
I'd
he
like
not
to give him a
dead?
pen and paper. I'd like to give.
No.
I'd like to give him a pen and paper and just get him to write down
I'll
the
tell you
word
what-
retirement. To be honest, I think that'd be a fucking
When he be
that'd
able
be
to
a
do that,
hilarious video on
Ozzy
its own.
Osbourne has definitely sold his soul to the devil.
Yeah. But he was
100%.
I'll tell you what was good about Ozzy when I saw him, right? I wasn't expecting a lot because he weren't very well.
Yeah.
And then when I saw him, completely blew me away.
Really?
What did
The
he do that was
vocals
so
were
Yeah, I
on
know,
point.
it's
He
unbelievable.
doesn't move. He,
Backflip.
he
Just
shuffles.
walked on and did a backflip.
He shuffles across the stage doing his bits.
Shuffles?
His voice was bang on. Like
Really?
fucking bang
Yeah,
on.
still there. I know,
It
it's
probably
crazy,
weren't real
isn't
then.
it?
You
Probably miming.
have got to bear in mind that especially someone like Ozzy, he's probably been hearing since the 80s. All of his tour managers, every person around him is
You're
going,
gonna die.
Look, mate, it's a really good show, but I think you need to just turn it just that little bit down. You know that you didn't need to bite the head off that animal, mate. Just turn it down a tiny
Yeah,
notch.
exactly.
Apparently,
You know
that's
what
the only reason we have flu.
I mean? Hey.
You can't.
Coronavirus joke, but never mind.
Sorry, carry on. Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath, Slipknot, and Rage Against the Machine. They're my 3.
Alive.
3
and
alive, right?
dead.
3 dead. Very fucking hard choices. I'd have to say Freddie Mercury as
Yeah.
Queen. I'll have
Yeah.
to. I reckon this is a really fucking hard one because I don't know. Probably Nirvana.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, that's a fucking
Yeah,
shout.
that's
but
a
at the
good
same
shout.
time, there's several others here. So I'm
No,
just
so
gonna
no,
throw-
you just choose one. You can't. You can't.
Okay,
spray a
right.
few.
I would say Nirvana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last one, I've got so many I'd like to say, but
But
I'm gonna
only say one,
fucking-
'cause it could be-
It's got to be Bob Marley, mate. It's got
Oh,
to be,
yes.
mate.
That's
Like-
changed one of my choices.
Oh,
I think
mate,
that's
how the-
changed
how
like
the fuck.
the
Like, I
way
was just
that.
thinking about it, and I was like, you know what, like,
Fuck
I
me,
was
that
thinking
is-
Notorious B.I.G., Jimi Hendrix.
No, stop!
I was
No,
thinking
stop
other
it,
people,
stop it,
but-
because you're stealing from other people's lists,
I'm
man.
sorry, I'm
Stop
sorry,
it.
I'm sorry.
But Marley's
You
a shout.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Will,
Marley's a shout.
you're up.
So my
Alive.
my 3 dead. I'll start
Not
with 3
bad.
dead because I can remember them off the top.
What's that got to do with my knob?
So my 3 dead would be Freddie Mercury,
Yeah.
Tupac,
Yeah.
Biggie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
'Cause-
stealing your.
Yeah.
What about like?
That was mine
Good that we all
initially, and then
share
I
the-
really
share
thought
the
about it,
taste.
and my third one's changed now.
What
But you
about
see-
90s Eminem?
But you see,
I was quite like
yeah,
90s
he's dead,
Eminem.
very
you see,
much so.
Yeah, that's true.
to be fair, that would also be amazing as well.
Right. Anyway, alive.
But again, I would want to see
KSI.
Tupac before. Does he even do anything like that?
Of course he's gonna. Not now.
I don't know if he's touring or nothing. Well, yeah, true. I don't know.
Mate, that's
yeah, I
so
don't know.
true.
I don't know.
You've smashed
I don't
that.
know. I don't know. No.
If you don't say KSI, you're getting out.
The thing is, I don't think I would. I wouldn't pay £100 for it.
Bro, you've licked his balls about 15 times this episode.
No, I admire the fact the guy's come from literally making videos in his bedroom
I know,
to
he's
now
done really
being
well.
like a multi-millionaire.
Don't get offended.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, you got to respect that.
No,
The
man.
guy has come from nothing. But yeah, so my Free Alive would probably be AC/DC would probably be one of them, because I feel like I've listened to their music from such a young age as well, and
They seem a popular choice.
and I feel like it's a staple rock, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? AC/DC and stuff like that.
yeah,
So
definitely.
I feel like that definitely, and again, the showmanship of it, I feel would be
man.
on point.
Doing his old
So-
fucking jiggle with his
Oh
leg
yeah,
or
with
whatever.
his guitar and that. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to watch that. I think that would be
Do
absolutely
you
amazing.
remember that fucking video that someone done? He's like an impressionist. He's like, put your left leg in.
Oh
When he's
yeah,
doing
it's
the
just him
hokey
doing the
cokey.
hop. Yeah, it's just him
In
doing
the
the hop.
voice of
Yeah.
fucking, what's his face? Angus Young, innit? Lead singer of.
Oh god,
Is it him?
knows, mate.
Yeah.
He's the singer of AC/DC.
So yeah, AC/DC.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that. I'm not. I was going to say this earlier. I'm not a huge music head. There's not people. If I'm spending £100, I want to go to a festival and have the experience.
Yeah.
Not going to see a specific artist.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. There's only select few that are on stadium level that you sort of want to pay like that. That's what I mean. I would have said there's a lot more bands like Bring the Horizon.
I
They're
feel-
some of
I
my
feel-
favourite bands, but they're not worth £100.
See again, I feel like if
I've seen them loads.
if we're going back a couple of years, I feel like if Boy Better Know was still like properly about as a group, I feel like that would probably be a fucking quality show. I feel like that would be. worth
That's
going
where
to.
my life's going
For
to
like-
drift into.
Like for like JME, you know, Temper
So
T,
the-
Frisco, all them lot, you
yeah.
know, all them lot as a group. I think that would be amazing to see, you know, especially since these guys all started performing, you know, raves and stuff like that. You know they're going to be bang on point.
Do you
when
know
go
what?
to see it.
That's actually sorted me out as well. What you're saying there. So hurry up with your other two.
And my last one would probably be.
blah 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 blah. blah. Oh, now I've forgotten what I was going to say.
Stormzy. I feel like I would pay that money for Stormzy because
Don't
again
reckon in Leeds?
he puts on a show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
He-
so that's that for production value.
Yeah.
Until you said what you said before, he was going to be because his production at was it Glastonbury?
Yeah,
He came out in his body vest.
it is
and-
bulletproof vest.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
is-
realise though that was done by
Banksy,
Banksy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't realise that was Banksy.
that was a piece of art.
Yeah.
That wasn't just
Apparently, it's worth millions.
yeah, of course
Yeah.
it is. It's a
I had
Banksy
no
that's
idea.
done-
I thought some guy had literally like painted that on.
The thing is, how does
bulletproof
Stormzy
vest and gave it
contact
to him.
Banksy? How do you do that? Do you have to put a bit of graffiti up, like, bro, will you do me a vest?
No,
And then you have to
because
wait for it to like.
I-
He comes back and writes next to it.
I can-
Just, mate,
I
meet
can-
me
I
behind
can
the
al-
bike shed at 4 tomorrow.
I can almost guarantee in a
Bring a can
situation
of
like that.
paint.
I can almost guarantee in a situation like that, Banksy has contacted him.
Oh, that's
I
true.
can guarantee in a situation like that, Banksy has
Well,
contacted
you can't
him.
guarantee it, but it
No,
is.
but it's the most likely option.
Yeah.
There were
Well, anyway, so
rumours
are we gonna let me do mine?
Yeah, so
One
you're-
sec.
you're-
there was
you're-
rumours that Banksy was Goldie, you know, from fucking Warner.
Yeah.
And then he was like, nah, mate.
No, it's the other. There's rumours that he's that guy that, from Massive Attack that were touring. So some of the areas that.
Banksy had
But
done.
isn't-
Yeah,
the
well,
mo-
exactly.
Maybe he's just like a minimum
most
wage
exactly
crew
time.
member. You imagine that? Just minimum wage
Well,
crew member going around tacking up
what are they called. What are they called?
roadies.
That's it. It's just a roadie.
Apparently, there was a rumor a little while ago. It's, who's that guy who used to do Art Attack back in the day? Do you
Oh,
remember? when you were a
yeah,
kid?
fucking-
Neil, whatever his name
Yeah.
is, Neil.
And that was like the
Down.
most recent rumor. Is that apparently it's
He's
just
in a-
him
he-
running around with a
he's
paint
a
can
lead-
and a stencil.
He's a lead singer in a fucking heavy metal band.
Yeah,
now.
apparently he does really well for himself now.
And
Yeah.
you know that little girl from The Grinch? She's a lead singer in
Yeah.
a heavy metal band.
Yeah.
Pretty reckless.
Yeah.
Is it?
That's mad. Right, so
What's
mine.
your six?
Yeah, go on.
Right, so Alive would have to be Eminem. I'm jealous that you boys have seen him. I don't know if he's going to do another tour. I hope he fucking does.
I'm sure he will.
Definitely.
I'm sure he will.
I tried to get tickets to Eminem. Couldn't get them.
Fucking shit.
Yeah, but I'd still go. I don't even care. Just so I could say that I've seen Eminem live.
I'll tell you what. I like that fact that I can turn around and say it.
Yeah,
but I'll
that
tell
you've
you
seen
what.
it. That's why I do it.
See,
Another one.
that alone is probably worth £100.
Yeah,
I
right.
suppose, yeah.
Let me
I
get
can
through
understand
these,
that.
boys.
Yeah, go on.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, big.
Yeah, and
See, the thing is that I was thinking that, but I couldn't think of any particularly recent music
Blueprint
where
for
I'm
They've
like,
done.
okay, yeah.
Bro, and
you know,
mine
I really
still
like
falls
that.
into the same category, boys. Kanye West. and I'm not a massive
Kanye
fan.
West got
all three
voted.
of those that
See-
he's just named are definitely worth £100.
See,
Yeah,
the problem.
it changed.
The problem for me is when Kanye started, I really liked Kanye stuff, like early stuff.
Mate, his
I thought it
early
was
stuff
really
is
good.
fucking
But
phenomenal.
then he just went nuts.
He got egotistical.
Halfway through his career, it went to his head and he went nuts. Absolutely mental. To a stage, 2 years ago, there was an article published on Forbes that revealed his actual value. Within like an hour, he was on Twitter posting stuff to Mark Zuckerberg, trying to get him to do a collab with him.
He's
running for
nuts.
president or ran for president.
And he got 56 votes. He would have got more
He
votes
got
if he'd have
160 votes.
160 votes. But it cost
really?
him like 9 million. If he'd have taken that money and given 90 grand to people, he'd have got more votes than he did from actually spending the 9 million or whatever it was on his actual thing.
I saw an article today.
Can I quickly do my dead people
Yeah,
before
yeah.
I forget because they keep going through
sorry.
my head. So where you brought up a legend, I'd have to go Elvis.
Oh, good shout.
Yeah,
See, I thought
What,
Elvis.
cokehead Elvis or young Elvis?
Has to be
Big
Cokehead.
fat dying on the toilet Elvis.
No, it has to be end of his days, getting towards
Yeah,
the
see,
end.
Fat Vegas
Balls
Elvis.
up. Fat Vegas Elvis, but actual Elvis, because
See,
you can go and see Fat Vegas Elvis now.
Yeah, you can. He's still about. The
Go
ghost
get
of
a
him
wig.
walks in several places.
See, I thought Elvis as well, and I thought the showmanship of it again. But I also thought as well, how bad would it be if you actually went to see Elvis and it turned out to be a massive letdown?
Yeah.
I wouldn't give a fuck.
I feel like
I wouldn't give a
I
shit.
feel like
I'm
that. I feel
saying-
like that would ruin.
I can
my
tell
music
you that
career.
I've seen
couldn't tell you that
actual
many
Elvis.
Elvis songs. I'm not gonna lie.
You
I can tell you. Yeah, of course. But you know, it's like
honestly,
I guarantee you'll know
so
at least three.
last Christmas,
You gave me money.
someone quite close to me passed away, and she was a huge Elvis fan, and a lot of his work that isn't famous is far better than his mainstream stuff. The reason that he got big was because it's quite raw. A lot of it's like being hurt in love and stuff like that,
yeah.
and it's actually really good music.
Yeah.
It's
That's why
obviously
I like Tool.
the songs that get mainstream are often the ones that ain't the best. If you
Yeah.
look back in history, some of Bob Marley's, for
Yeah,
example,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
There's
some
the
of
ones
his-
that aren't
his-
on the
Yeah.
the ones that
compilation
everyone
albums.
knows aren't always the best work,
No.
and
Yeah.
that's because they've made them specifically to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Elvis is a bit like that. My second choice, again down that route, Michael Jackson.
Oh, how
Yeah.
come?
Yeah. 100
MJ?
quid.
My
Yeah.
dad, my dad saw
Fuck.
Michael Jackson.
have
It's
to
Oh,
go.
well
fucking
done.
amazing.
Good
How did we not
shout
think
there.
of that?
You'd
Yeah.
have to go.
Very well done.
Honestly, I reckon
That
I'd
would be
spend
mad.
500 quid now.
Yeah, to be
Yeah.
fair.
I'd get myself in
To be
debt to
fair,
go and watch.
yeah.
To go and see him.
I feel
live.
like that's one of them ones where you could literally be like, this is a blank check. Put your highest amount you're willing
Yeah,
to
I'll
pay
make
in.
money back.
Do you know what I
I'm
mean?
never gonna
maximum
get
of
this chance again.
£600.
But do you know what I mean?
601.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like that is one of them
Michael
ones where
Jackson's
you can
gotta be
literally
up
you
there.
can put any price on it.
And I don't
you
think,
would buy
I
a
reckon
ticket for it
90% of the people that listen to this will have Bob Marley and Michael Jackson in there
on their list. Yeah.
as for
Well,
dead
I'll tell you
people.
what. When this goes up on YouTube and on Spotify
Comment, guys,
and
comment.
also on our Facebook page,
Yeah,
comment.
yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Your
And tell us if there's
your-
anyone we've been
yeah.
stupid about.
Your
So my
top
choice
three,
three,
dead, top three alive.
my choice three, I know the person I'm definitely going with because I think it's someone that the two of you would have been like, oh, actually, that's a fucking shout. What it was initially was a guy called Big L, who was an artist from Eminem era. When Eminem was blowing up, he was blowing up, and he was much better than Eminem. And that's no word of a lie. You listen to Big L songs, and he finds flows in hip hop beats that you didn't even know existed. And once you hear them,
They don't go away.
it
can't
just
unhear
it just
it.
doesn't
Yeah,
make
you
sense
can't
how he
unhear
even
it.
found it. He's fucking phenomenal, and really listen to him. He died at about the same time as Biggie and Tupac, but
Oh, wow.
for some unknown
He
reason,
wasn't as big, so he went
didn't-
under.
The thing is, he wasn't that far off. Biggie and Tupac really weren't that big, and they went down in proper history as being. It's because the reason that they
it was
went
the
down.
East Coast West Coast beef.
Yeah,
that
whereas
was the thing.
Big L was better, in my opinion, than either of them. Tenfold.
You got to bear in mind,
He's
even
that good.
even to this day,
Listen to him,
Even
Big L.
even to this day, mate, like Nipsey Hussle stuff like that, people are still dying over this beef, bro.
Yeah, they
Even
are.
to this
Well,
day.
Nipsey Hussle was a bit deeper than
Well,
that.
yeah,
Apparently that's government based.
and well, no, apparently it was a guy that actually knew him
Right.
as well, and he was supposed to be like a family
That isn't
friend
my
and
choice,
stuff,
and it isn't my choice because I think this one is more of a
but
shout.
again, that was gang related, you know. It's mad.
Lincoln Park with Chester.
Yeah,
yeah,
mate.
that would be.
Shout.
Mate, I do.
That is a good one. That is a good one.
I think that tops
To be
Michael,
fair, now
isn't
you've
it?
said it. Yeah, now you've said it. But they're good ones. You've done 3 good ones there.
Well,
And there's a variety there. I like the variety.
Just
Mate, Lincoln
quickly-
Park with Chester. My cousin went to see Lincoln Park 2 weeks.
I
Jealous.
saw
man.
him.
2 weeks. Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Did
He
you
saw
see him
him
at
2
Download, or
Yeah,
you see
I
him?
did, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
mate,
Did you
that's
see
when
him
they.
at
No, I
Download?
didn't. I missed that year. That was when they did hybrid theory all the
Yeah,
way
it was,
through,
yeah. And
mate.
it's
You
so
lucky
good.
God.
Oh, it was
Oh
fucking
my
awesome.
God.
But
Lucky
to me, they're
bastard.
up there with Nirvana.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
they're
imagine seeing Nirvana.
Oh.
That would
I've
be-
seen part of Nirvana.
Yeah.
I saw Foo
See Foo
Fighters.
Fighters,
I
yeah.
got 2 Foo Fighters tickets for 30 quid.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's
15 quid
£15.
each.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah,
That was that woman in
Yeah,
Leeds,
I was.
wasn't
No, it weren't. No, I saw Hollywood Undead for free with that lady in Leeds. But I worked in a Fiat garage, and a customer was picking up their car, and they were like, "Do you know anyone that likes Foo Fighters?" I was like, I fucking love Foo Fighters." They're like, "Do you want some tickets?" I was like, "Depends how much they are." They were like, "Well, it's for tonight, so you can have them for 30 quid." I'm like, "Done."
Where is it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Anywhere, I'm there.
Yeah.
No, it was
It's in
just
Canada, mate.
literally drove home, got
Toronto,
changed,
yeah.
and went straight to Milton Keynes Bowl, and I saw Iggy Pop there at the same time.
Really?
And I'll tell you what, who surprised me as a support act when I saw Rolling Stones, it was Florence and the Machine.
Oh, she's amazing.
It was fucking
Yeah, I can
amazing.
imagine that
She
being
is
amazing. Yeah,
she's
yeah.
an amazing singer, and she's
Yeah.
got a very good voice.
Yeah.
I can't remember who that woman was when we went. Do you remember when we went to watch Wretch 32 at the Junction?
Yeah.
But that warm-up act singer that was absolutely phenomenal. Probably
Oh, I
the best.
couldn't remember what her name was.
I couldn't. I've not been able to remember her name, but I remember watching her as a warm-up and thinking her voice is one of the best voices I've ever heard in my life.
Oh,
I
really?
literally sat there and listened to it and thought, this is phenomenal, and remembered the name for as long as I could, and now I can't remember it for shit. And yeah, I was just hoping that you could. Just like, but she was absolutely like up there with Florence and the
I'll tell
Machine.
you what you'll probably like, Lou. Slam Dunk Festival in Hatfield. It's a day event.
Would he?
Yeah. Well, you like all your stuff. Like, they have fucking all sorts.
like old
They've
school,
got,
like
they've got
skating
ska
music.
bands.
Yeah, that
and
is a lot like that.
Yeah, I do like that.
Do you
music.
really?
Well, that's what I grew up on. I
Oh,
used to be a
really?
skater.
Tony
boy
Hawk's.
Yeah.
Till I was about 13, and then
And
I
then you started-
switched to hip hop. I
Really?
started writing when I was 13.
Right, so that's when it's.
Yeah,
Oh fuck.
yeah. So I do like that, but I like it like less than Jake.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, that's exactly what Slam
Yeah.
Dunk is
Yeah,
basically.
I
But
love-
there
I
is a
love
lot of
listening
heavy
to it.
stuff there as
Yeah,
well. Like,
but I like the ska bands that are there. Like, you get King Prawn and people like that
Yeah.
are just, you just can't help
Get
but
one of them
move.
down the road.
do you like Sublime?
I've
If you
probably
haven't
heard them on a
listen to
yeah.
listen to Sublime, mate. They're so good.
I'll tell you who I started listening to recently that are really fucking good is Gajira.
Oh mate, my mates love them.
Oh,
It's not something I've ever listened to. They're French, aren't they?
yeah. So some of it's
What?
real heavy and some of it's
speak
real
Spanish.
soft. And
I'll tell you what, just to interject something, I listened to probably the funniest song I've heard in a while the other day, right? It's literally, the entire song was them taking helium. Like, it was, it like hip hop.
it was taking the piss out of someone, wasn't it?
It's hip hop. No, they're taking the piss basically out of any people that use auto tune to do that like voice.
There was a video that
So
went
they literally made the entire thing from helium balloons. So like literally inhaled a balloon
and then did it.
did a bar, stop, inhaled another balloon.
I bet it sounded
did a bar,
all right
stop.
though. That's the,
And I'll
that's
tell
the
you, I'll
weird
tell you
thing. I
what,
bet that didn't
honestly,
sound too bad.
you should actually get it up, Ash, because I'll tell you what, I think you boys actually
Copyright.
like it as well. It's we can play like 10 seconds of it though, can't we?
Up to 10
Nah,
seconds.
we'll just tell them what it's called.
Yeah.
It's literally called Helium Song. It's
Oh, there you
literally
go.
called
Just
Helium Song.
YouTube Helium
And-
song.
And honestly,
And then tag proper chat in
it's
it.
Yeah, good.
it's
Do that.
actually brilliant. The lyrics are really good as well. It's not like they're just
But and actually listen to Big L, guys, because have you heard?
Yeah, I'm
of
actually
Big
gonna
L?
listen to that when
Have
I
you
go
heard
home.
of Big
No,
L?
no.
Have you?
We'll listen to it when
No.
I
I've
drop you off.
heard of
Yeah.
them, but I've never
Yeah.
heard any of his music.
Honestly, it's his flow is just remarkable, and I
Do you
can't
like
believe.
Big Pun as well?
Yeah, Big Pun. Yeah, it's not to say like obviously. I mean, when I was thinking hip hop, because that's my go-to. I was thinking of dead people. So Old Dirty Bastard, I'd like to see. People
Yeah, I
alive.
don't know why I did
We were
the
listening
Wu-Tang
to
on
that
it.
the
I'd
other
pay
day.
100 quid for a Wu-Tang.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
original.
Fucking right.
Fucking NWA is their original with the whole cast, dead or alive.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
NWA,
Easy,
that'd be
easy.
amazing.
I'm fucking pissed already. I'm Easy, the one they're talking about. That
Yeah,
film,
Easy,
that
yeah.
film
We
was
love it.
fucking
But yeah,
amazing.
But
Great
it
film.
doesn't top anyone.
But
that I said.
that was how
We
they
should've
that
gone
was
with
how they
5.
recorded.
Yeah, we should have went 10 each.
We
Could've
could
just carried on.
What was
Well,
the
just
Eazy-
carry
what was-
on.
What was the Eazy-E song they recorded where it was literally because he couldn't rap, so that like
What
they
was
literally
that?
recorded
What was that?
it. It was one
Rolling
bar.
down the street
stop.
in my-
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's
that was
rolling
it.
down the street in my 6
That was
stop.
actually perfect.
And then it's
Was it?
knocking,
Yeah, but
knocking
then
the
you stop.
streets, knocking the horse, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Stop. And
Why-
they literally
why
recorded
couldn't he
it
rap? I
bar
don't know
for
this
bar
story.
Well,
for bar.
in the
He
f-
was never a rapper. He literally he was a fucking dealer.
'Cause he did
was
it
a
with
drug
that.
dealer.
What, he couldn't speak.
So
No.
the way they hold
Cruising,
the way they
listen, you could talk that cruising down the street in my 6'4".
yeah, but
And then you just go into
he couldn't time it. He couldn't time it. He couldn't time it. So that
Well, he had no rhythm.
so they,
Have you not watched the film?
There's a bit in the
I've seen the
movie.
Defiant
There's a
ones.
bit in the
No,
mo-
no,
There's a
sorry.
bit in the movie that's actually true to life.
What's
so
the movie called?
So it's called Straight
Straight
Outta
Outta
Compton,
Compton.
right?
No,
so
I've not
Have
essentially,
you not
in,
seen it?
No,
so
it's in Straight.
so literally he's in the booth, right?
well,
And-
no,
and
he's not. He's not.
Yeah,
it
that's
starts.
literally pretty much made
I
for
know.
me.
I've seen this film
Yeah.
a
Feel
million
bad that
times.
I'm
Yeah,
the
me
guy
too.
that
It's a
doesn't
Lou.
good
know.
film, man. I'm surprised you haven't seen it. Saying that though, when you mentioned the Defiant ones, that was fucking wicked.
unbelievable.
That's inspiring shit.
Yeah,
that
I
is.
fucking love
Anyone
that.
that hasn't
I've
seen
had
that,
those.
watch it.
Have you had those when they're talking in the studio where you really create something
Oh mate,
and you just think, what the
gives me
fuck?
goosebumps thinking about it.
Defile Meaning, which is one of my tunes, and I don't ever promote myself on my podcast, but I'm
There
going
you
to
go.
for once.
Tailor-made special.
Tailor-made. Search it.
Not the golf clubs.
Defy.
Just tailor made.
I had nothing to do with that.
Spelled different,
Spelled differently,
but
yeah.
just as much wood.
Cool. More wood. Yeah. Defile Meaning, which is a tune that I made with my producer, and we honestly we had the concept for it. Have you heard it?
No,
No.
Well, I probably have if it's one of the ones that you've had released.
Yeah. But actually listen to that because we had that moment, and I know once I'm actually becoming more successful with my music, that will get picked up on then.
Yeah.
Because we really had that fucking moment. It's quite relevant. It's about if God existed, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're about fucking defile meaning.
Yeah.
And actually, the good thing about that song is there's no other song available on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere called defile meaning, which you'd think that'd be
Something
quite
like-
a common.
Yeah,
that's
that's funny
quite a
because I
phrase.
thought that was fuck. That's loud as well. I thought like when we said it was like
That sounds
sure,
like people would
something
know
would
it.
have it. Nothing's fucking ever been
Yeah.
used for it. It was like, how the fuck has this happened?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's
Just-
perfect. It's
Just
perfect.
to
yeah,
put it
weird.
out there, I've just Googled your song on YouTube.
Yeah.
I've Googled it on
Well,
YouTube.
it's not
I've
on YouTube.
YouTubed it. Well, Google on YouTube, so neither here nor
Totally.
there.
Owned by the same
It goes Defile Meaning, produced by SYX, and then Queen, Don't Stop Me Now.
Don't Stop Me Now is literally the next one down. I don't know why. For some
Fucking love
reason,
that.
Really.
For some
Yeah,
reason they
exactly.
put you on the same list
I
there.
think there's a relation. I think
Slightly
Freddie's
different
in the room with
views. You've got a fair amount, but Queen has got 636 million.
Yeah,
So
I
you're
love
not
me.
really
her.
competing
Shag
there.
Lewis, you're slacking. Up your game.
I do. But honestly,
to be fair, the
that song-
man's been dead for how many years,
Alright.
mate, so you've got plenty of
Yeah.
time to
Yeah,
work.
he
on it.
ain't-
Don't
he
worry,
ain't
mate,
bringing
you're
out
fine.
new music.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're
Don't
all
worry,
right.
You're fine, mate. You're fine. He's been dead
Honestly,
for a
that
while.
tune, though, boy, that's the one time
You could go bar for
we've
bar with it.
really, because we made that pretty much from. So I got the instrumental, went back, wrote to it, and then we completely changed the concept once I got in the booth, and it's all chopped up, and we've changed it in there. There's a load of sound clips about things that have gone on in the world, so like the wildfires and shootings, mass shootings and stuff like that. And we brought that in, and we were both sat there like fucking static, like we
Really?
rubbed a balloon over our own bodies, listening
Really?
to our
It's
own
a
music.
fucking quality
And,
song.
and that
Good
made me
feeling.
think, yeah, and I was like, this is what he meant in Defiant ones. Because I hadn't had that before.
Yeah.
I'd had times where I was like, oh, this is sick, man. And we're
Yeah,
like,
when you properly feel
we
it.
were like both just there, like he's looking at his computer, we've got the finished product, I'm over the top of him, and we're both just like,
Yeah, it's amazing.
complete fucking silence.
amazing.
Just,
I remember
hairs on
writing a
end.
song over lockdown, and it's just one of them. It was like, so it was 8 o'clock at night, so I'd done essentially all the shit I was normally eat tea, sit, mong in front of telly. And then my mate sent me this beat the night before, and I woke up in the morning and listened to it through my phone. Didn't listen to it properly, and then listened to it when I got home that night. Well, didn't listen to it when I got home that night. Did all my shit. Got to 8 o'clock, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to put it on. put it on a few times. I was like, fuck me, man. This is like...
I need to
I know
do something with this.
Yeah, and it was like... And then I was there until 10, and it was only like 2 hours, and I pretty much wrote the whole song.
See, that's
show you,
unreal.
which I'll show you afterwards, but I can't show you on this show because it's
It's not out yet.
limited. Yes, but so it's being held back at the moment. But literally, it was one of them, and it was like exactly like that.
Yeah,
and it was like
just one of
it
them
just happened
moments.
so quickly, and it was like sort of an improv thing. It was, you know, the song wrote itself essentially. Wrote.
I love those moments.
You know, and it's like, and it, as opposed to sort of which also happens with me, sitting on tunes for fucking ages and.
Yeah,
writing
I've got a
and-
tune with Oscar, who you referenced earlier. I want to
Yeah.
get Oscar on actually.
Yeah.
That we finished in 2018. That comes out on next month, December the 16th.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
finished.
so it's finally coming.
It's like nearly 3 years old. And
Really?
It's a fucking banger.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
good. I've heard it.
Yeah.
I heard it ages ago. Yeah, Oscar
I've-
showed me when I was on a pissed up night with him.
Yeah, I've
Like,
got.
at his house.
I've showed probably 4 or 5 people
Really?
that tune. Those two being two.
I was
of
about
them.
to say, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
One of them was a guy that I did some work for when I was doing a bit of building work,
Yeah.
and showed him it. He said, "Can you send me it?" And then I messaged him saying, "Oh, by the way, that song's coming out." And he said, "I've actually listened to that song still regularly."
Really?
He went, yeah, he
That's
like
mad.
literally has to
That's
open
mad.
the MP3 on his phone as a saved audio
MP3,
file.
just to be able to listen
Just
to
to
it.
listen
Wow.
to it.
What a legend.
That's
I was like-
dedication.
commitment.
That's dedication
Yeah,
to a song.
honestly.
That
Some
is.
of the sticks of money behind that.
Yeah,
for
fucking
Yeah.
promo in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
too right,
definitely.
mate. Thing is, you just got to make sure that everything's just taken seriously, mate. Because
Yeah.
or take it. It depends what you want to do.
Not
with it,
too
but
seriously
not
though.
too
You want to
seriously.
enjoy it.
Yeah, you got to enjoy it, but it depends what you want to do with it. If you want to try and start pushing it, then you just got to make sure your artwork and your visual is all bang on.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh,
But
your
if
You know what?
your
I disagree
Boogeyman
with that.
video.
It's-
Your Boogeyman video's fucking unbelievable.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
it-
But
it's-
that's-
Like that
top
is.
level.
Where did you film that? Was that in
we
Over?
filmed
Like
it in an
spinning?
abandoned house in Shelford.
Really?
Yeah,
Great or
it's
little?
abandoned. It got burnt down.
Great or Little Shelford?
I don't know. It's on the way out of Shelford at the back, and it's basically the burnt out mansion, like
Oh.
a manor house. This fucker got his ex-wife did
Did
something.
you have to get
He burnt the fucking house down.
Did you have to get
No, it's
permission?
just
No,
completely
just-
empty and abandoned.
Really?
You got to be careful there because there's shit like like hanging.
that you
like,
can
you don't wanna
smash it.
walk
But
on it.
that
but-
fucking video, like that's got some fucking emotion in it.
Yeah,
that.
but this is what you were saying. That's what we're literally saying.
It's like that's why we
I
take it so
honestly-
care. We care so much about what our stuff looks like because right from the clothing brand to the new stuff, like it's always
Your
been.
let me just interject there. Your clothing is fucking sick. And,
Thank you.
And today, I knew it was about. I hadn't really given it. I'm not going to say I hadn't given.
Just
it the
shout
time
out
of
your
day.
clothing again, so people can go
BHP
and look.
Co, which
BHP
everyone can't
Co.
say. Yeah, so BHP Co is Black Heart Profits.
Yeah, bhpco.com is the website. You can buy merch on there. .co.uk is the website. You can buy merch on there, and they're actually doing a Black Friday sale. as
Yeah,
well.
literally
That's
right now.
This-
Right,
But I
anyway.
did,
This
honestly,
fucking
Connor, I didn't-
swarm.
I'd seen it about. I know
That's
that you
sick.
get. I'll follow you on Instagram. I'll follow it on Instagram.
Yeah.
See that you get some tasty little models on there and stuff. I see that you're doing well with it, but I'd never. It's just not something that I'd typically wear. I'm
Yeah, no,
actually.
that's fair.
I'm
Like,
moving
not
more
everybody is.
towards
Lou,
that route.
Lou, one
Yeah,
so
sec.
everybody is though.
I was gonna buy a t-shirt today.
That Star
the website
Fox
we're
t-shirt
learning.
is amazing.
You like
Yeah.
it?
That's fucking quality.
man.
This
Oh,
is
it's
my
on
sort of
discount.
shit. All I wear is band t-shirts.
Is it? Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
If you wear
like,
band
I've got
t-shirts,
Less
there you
Than
go.
Jake, Metallica, or Iron
Yeah,
Maiden,
too right.
fucking Tool. This is right up my street. And
Get
this
on there, guys.
this
Any
get on
listeners,
it.
get on there.
Sabotage one with like the V for Vendetta, but it's like drooping.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the,
That is fucking
yeah,
sick.
that's the Sabotage logo.
I heard we get 50% discount.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know
no,
about
I'm
that.
joking,
But you
I'm
have got the
joking.
right- you have got to
Listen.
get it
Listen.
down
Can
if
you
want.
can you
Get
do?
discount.
Are you with Stripe? Have you got Stripe on your B? Can they do so? Any listeners get a 20% off if they use code Proper Chap? Can we
Try
do
and
No, they
that?
figure-
can't. Well, I mean,
Because that's with Stripe.
if we could sort out something in the future, yeah,
We'll
maybe
do
that.
something in the future.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because that's well
No,
up
but
my
if you
street.
could just
yeah.
do that, 20% off if you use code Proper Chat. I'll be honest with you, Connor.
Yeah, we just don't always want to give 20% off all the time.
You want me to be completely honest? I almost guarantee you won't get anyone that comes in and uses code Proper Chat. But in 5 years' time, when
Maybe.
we're big and they go back through our old episodes, they go, "Oh, they would have given a discount there." It's not. I mean, you might pull some in. Actually, that's bullshit because if you share this on your socials, people will see that, and the people that are paying full price.
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
go-
So I'm doing myself out of the fucking money, aren't I? At the same time, embarrassing myself to my customers because I'm not even giving them 20% off.
10%.
10%. Okay, deal.
Can you do that?
Yeah, proper
for
chat,
us now.
10% discount.
Yeah, if you use code Proper Chap up until what date?
I don't know.
End of
Give us-
December.
Yeah,
Christmas, yeah, give it Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
so-
is that fair?
yeah.
Up until Christmas, if you use code PROPERCHAP on BHPCO, you can get a further 10% off. That's a deal.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Lovely. Oh,
You almost
And
have
do
a
you know
radio
what?
voice.
I'm just
You're
gonna-
almost born to do it, Liz.
And I'll tell you who's going to buy it. Me, because these fucking t-shirts,
Yeah, I'm not gonna
they're
lie.
well up my street.
When
Like,
you,
even if it's
when
just
you
us
said
that buy it.
10% discount, I'm like, I'm buying one.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But
honestly, I
It's
nearly
too
bought one earlier.
Yeah.
But the website weren't loading properly.
Really?
From the
It's
link
just
from,
loaded straight up for me.
Oh,
the-
right,
from
okay.
the link from Instagram, it wasn't loading properly.
Right.
Because the reason I was going to
Good.
do it is because I literally went. I tried to screen grab it as well. I went from a story from some random person, literally
Passing that attention.
drinking a Starbucks.
I think that's my chair.
Oh,
was
right.
it sounded
That
like
definitely
knock
sounded
on the
like a
door.
tap,
Yeah,
didn't
no,
it?
it's my chair. I think it's my chair.
I don't think anyone's out there.
Yeah,
Stacey's
What-
watching the bill.
Click on the
She
bill,
loves
really?
it, mate.
Is that
She
the-
fucking. Do you know there's like fucking 30 seasons, and it's like 100
I
episodes a
love what
fucking
they've done with
season.
it.
What?
It's mental,
Really?
mate. I know.
How commercial.
I'll tell you what though, I'm definitely ordering a couple of these because I fucking my
No,
mind
but
is
Ash,
just
don't buy it in Black Friday. Wait until we can use the proper chap discount.
either.
Yeah.
These are
Stop saying that fucking word about Friday.
Last week's Black Friday.
Last week's Black Friday.
Last week's discounts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's true. Yeah, but anyway, no,
Yeah.
it's fucking. It just wasn't. The link wasn't loading from Instagram.
That's
for
a
me.
shame. It's a shame. It's fine. But anyway.
But I am going to, and I'm going to use.
And now you've got your proper chat
I'm
code.
going to do it. Yeah, and I'm
And
going
you
to
can tell all your friends about it as well, of course.
Yeah, of course.
We'll share it. How many people we got on Facebook now? 1,400.
Yeah,
Is that how
1400
much you got on your Facebook
on
page?
proper
Yeah.
chat. Yeah. And that grows like that. That's the main.
It's
page.
gone up
And the
200
thing is,
plus.
I know this sounds ridiculous, but that is all completely organic. So a lot of the time, groups like that will pay for their first 500, pay for their first 1,000. So people, that is literally from
Organic.
us just
Sharing
sharing
stuff.
memes.
Yeah.
Just literally, we think that's funny, and we are taking it seriously now. Like we,
Yeah. Yeah, too right. Well,
I want that to be my life, Connor. I don't want to have to work
If
9
I
to 5.
if I could do this full time, just sit and talk with interesting people like you, I'd be
Thanks,
fucking
man.
lovely.
Glad you consider me an interesting person. I
No,
don't
well,
consider
you've
myself
got
that
a
interesting.
similar tastes.
Taste. Yeah,
Similar
yeah.
tests.
Got
Test.
similar tests.
Similar tests.
I am
We're
definitely
gonna
not
test the
driving Will home.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah,
got our balls out and we've got similar tests.
Does one of you boys mind giving me a lift to Cambridge? Because I don't trust his drive.
No, I'm all right.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
No, it's so there we go, guys. Anyone
I'll
that's
tell-
interested, 10% off proper chat, bhpco.co.uk.
I'll tell you what's really cool that we were going to talk about. PS5 scalpers. You've
Yes.
seen about this.
I don't know anything about PS5s, I'm afraid.
Essentially, this group turned around and bought 3,500
Thousands.
consoles.
Oh,
so
like
other
they
people
hoarders,
couldn't.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
So
know why
to-
do they call them scalpers?
I don't know. It's because I
Because
don't know.
like ticket
Because they're
touts.
buying
Yeah.
it to
Buy
sell
and
it
sell
at a
more.
much
Exactly
inflated
that.
price.
Exactly.
Because they're buying it to sell it
The
at a much
games,
more inflated
game
price.
console touts.
But they spent
Fuck.
everyone on like I'm in a load of PlayStation communities, and everyone's like, just don't fucking buy off them. They'll be stuck with 3,500 of them. They spent 1.2 million on fucking PS5s, but if they sell them all at the price they're asking, they'll make 700 grand profit.
Bloody hell.
So you know what they are?
Bastards.
Console using new touts.
Yeah.
So if you want to make that a
Oh, I like it.
Acronym.
an acronym, yeah, if you want to turn that into an
I like
acronym,
that, I like
that's
that.
what they are.
Proper cunts.
Did you notice how long?
Yeah,
It took me ages though,
Yeah,
bro.
but
like,
still, it was
I
still
wanted
fun.
that in,
I
like,
noticed you went
20
silent
seconds.
for a minute.
I wanted it quick, and I was thinking, what do you use?
I noticed
for
you went quiet for a
N?
minute.
So console using was easy,
Yeah.
but N. So I had to.
New touts.
I had to just make it saying.
But that's why when you said it at first, I was a bit like, huh? And
Console
then my
using new
my brain sort of caught up, and I was like, ah.
I got a better one.
Not bad.
That's it. just
what
just
all
a
of them are.
knobhead.
That's still not as bad as that Amazon driver we were talking
Oh,
about
mate,
earlier.
did you see that?
This guy, so literally, there's actual camera
Video,
footage from
like
the guy
CCTV.
from the person's house. So he pulls up in the van, opens the door, does all the little parcels, scans them to say they're delivered, puts them on the drive. You see him go into the back, take out a box, scan it, put it back, just close the doors, walk back up, jumped in his van, drove off. Obviously, it's listed as delivered on their Amazon account,
Yeah.
so they're immediately like, well, it's not been delivered. Review their CCTV footage, see it all. They're like, well, fuck
The
that
thing
then.
is,
they
right,
go
so-
down to the depot where this guy's driven from. They go mad at the manager of the depot all over it. They end up getting this guy fired over everything. They still didn't get the PS5
Yeah, well,
back.
what you gotta think,
He
though,
stole a PS5.
guys, what you got to think, right? So where was that CCTV footage from? From the
Literally,
customer's
yeah,
house?
from outside the front of the
Right.
house.
So how many Amazon drivers
Have done that.
I've done that
exact
every
thing?
day. I've done that every day for the past God knows how many days.
That one looks
Yeah.
big.
The
and
thing is,
valuable.
as soon as you get away with one, they're
Do you
more
know how
likely
easy
to
it
do
is
it
actually?
again.
This is quite cool because I can really involve myself in this conversation.
Yeah.
I've signed up to be an Amazon Flex.
Yeah,
Amazon
flexi
delivery
driver.
driver.
Have you?
Yeah, flexi
Really?
Yeah,
So
I
whenever you
could-
get free time, you can go and do that.
Yeah, if I've got a
That's
fucking
not bad.
yeah.
Same as Deliveroo, isn't it? When you're in Cambridge, if you can sign up to do
and
that.
then
Yeah.
you can just do it if you've got
Yeah,
free
yeah.
time. So
Talking
I'm
about
signed up.
Deliveroo,
Yeah,
just
log in,
quickly
yeah.
to interrupt, we were on Deliveroo earlier looking for lunch because we're at work, but the sales department's closed.
I was actually going to get
Yeah.
Chinese on the way back, and
Was
I've
you?
fucking gone too late now, and it's
that's
past
What
10.
time did you think it was we were gonna be finished?
I
Tom?
don't know. I didn't know what time would be done, to be fair.
Mate, you're our
You
first
can
proper
get-
guest.
I know.
You need to buckle in.
I know,
We've still got time to talk
Oh,
about.
mate, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just eat when I get back. I've got some fish fingers in the freezer.
Nice.
Oh,
Anyway, you can order a lobster dinner on Deliveroo for
Really?
35 quid.
Fuck off.
I'm
That's
fucking telling you.
mad. I don't know how
35
good
quid
it'd
will
be,
get
though.
you a
Yeah,
lobster
I'm
dinner.
sure it's not
Lobster
great.
It's just a paste. Just
Oh,
put that on.
at
Anyway, so
lukewarm.
Amazon Flex. This is how I'll say easy. It's not really easy, but it's easy enough. So if you want to get a normal job, there's a big process. You apply for the job.
Yeah.
You might get invited to an interview. You might not. If you do, you then have to pass your interview. In the interview, you then be
Step
either
one,
given the
step
job
two,
or not.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazon Flex, anyone can sign up. So you sign up from your
As
mobile.
long as you have a driver's license, basically, isn't it?
Yeah. So you need your driving license. You need to have less than 6 points, and you have to be driving for 5 years, I think it is. And then you can sign up. So I had all of those things. At the start of lockdown, I wondered if I was going to have a job by the end of it. So I thought I better start looking at my options.
Yeah,
So
because
I-
you're in a
Yeah.
difficult industry, aren't you?
yeah, hospitality.
Yeah.
So I signed up to that, and they contacted me initially and said, unfortunately, there's no jobs in your area, so none of the depots around here were looking, so we can't do it. So I was like, oh, that's a bit shit. Forgot about it, started looking at other options. A few days later, get an email come through. Oh, they're now hiring in the Peterborough and Huntingdon depots. Do you want to continue your application? So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Went through it. They then need all your details. They do a DBS check, which is
Oh, really?
fucking mad because the industry that
Yeah.
me and Will work in, we
We're
deal with
not.
children,
And we're not checked.
and we're not DBS checked.
I had to get a
Really?
DBS check to sell cars.
Yeah, and we're
I
not.
had to get one when I worked at the hotel to get
So
an alcohol
Will
license.
might be a nonce.
No,
He's not,
I've
but
had
he
a
might
I've
be.
had a DBS
no,
check.
yeah, well, the thing is, there's so much
There's,
hospitality.
there's potential. He might
I didn't
be.
mean it like that. I was going to say potentially, not potential. Yeah, he's got serious potential.
I think I'm giving.
Serious junior nonce.
I think I'm giving off the wrong vibes here. I think I'm giving off the wrong
Yeah, so
vibes.
anyway, so
Maybe you
I
should
Definitely
just
not the
shave your
vibe you're giving off,
mustache.
Will. I'm sorry. I'm digging myself a hole and I can't get out of it.
that's what he says to the kids.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I was thinking,
Someone
what's he
will
gonna
be.
fucking pipe up and say?
That's what the kids say to him. Anyway,
Would anyone like
What's
a
that
slice
going
of
to
this
do
milk?
my
up?
knob?
I'm good.
I'm
Anyway,
all good, thank
I'm
you.
good.
Hey,
I'm good.
Can I
thank
finish
you.
my fucking
Yeah, go on.
story?
Go on.
So-
calm your tits.
Not bad. So, I've said, obviously they said, oh, we're hiring again in the Peterborough area. Are you interested? So I put yes in my application. Then they're like, we've got to give you a DBS check. So I was like, that's cool. I've got nothing to hide. Ignore that stuff on my computer. Don't need to see that anyway. Then they said, we do. So I
Burn the
chucked
hard
away
drive,
my
burn the hard
computer.
drive, burn the hard drive.
No. So they were like, right, we've got a DBS check. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's cool. So I did that. Took about 8 days, I reckon. By the time the DBS had come through,
They had no slots available.
no more jobs.
Oh my
So
god.
like, oh, that's a cunt. That's annoyed. Anyway, another couple of weeks passed. Turns out it didn't matter. Still got my job. Got the extended furlough. Was back to work. Everything was fine. And then I got a message from Amazon a couple of weeks after that saying jobs became available and we've automatically assigned you to it. So fucking cool. You don't have to commit to anything. You're just there as one of their drivers. And the
So what
prices,
happens if everyone everyone signs up for it and then everyone's like, nah?
the prices change.
Do they?
So they'll offer a value for a block. So say there's a delivery slot, at Huntingdon, and they'll give you 40 quid for 48 packages that you have to deliver, but they're all within half a mile of each other. So technically you can do it on foot. But you have
Which
to
is
drive to
pretty fucking mental.
Mate, they
innit, when
pay
you think
really
about
well.
it.
That's why you're only allowed to do 20 hours a week for Amazon Flex, because they pay so well.
You could probably do 12 hours a day if they didn't limit it.
can easily earn £15 an hour, which is a really good wage. I mean, you get some people, like skilled professionals.
that aren't on that.
Yeah. So that's why they only allow you to do 20 hours a week, because they know how many people would just go,
I mean, if you
well, I don't want to
do
fix
that all
cars
day, every
anymore.
day. Yeah, exactly,
I don't want to be a mechanic. I'm just going to go and earn £15 an hour delivering packages. So you can only do
Stress-free.
20 hours. But the way it works, so they upload their blocks, and you have to designate yourself a block. So I still get them through. I'll get a notification on a Friday evening saying the blocks have been refreshed, and I can literally go on there and go,
Where do you get the
one?
Do you just go and pick the packages
Yeah, you
up and
collect them
deliver
from
them?
the
You
depot,
you literally go to the depot, sign it. It's so fucking easy.
Morrison's at Camborne when I was working
They
there.
work
they
with
have,
Amazon.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that was one of
they
the
have
options.
specific pickers,
So
and they guarantee a food delivery within 2 hours,
Oh wow.
which is fucking
That's
mental.
incredible.
Really good. Yeah,
Which
that's
during
really good.
furlough, if you're a 70-year-old lady or man,
Yeah.
which
'cause-
I am.
which you are, you can literally just go on there and be like,
Yeah,
I
if
need
you-
this,
if you
this,
need
and
that
this, and they'll
delivery
go
now,
and
It's
pick
only
it.
through certain times, but no, it's fantastic. And like I say, it pops up on my thing every week, once a week, saying what slots do you want?
What slots can you
And
take?
obviously every week I say none.
None.
Today, literally, as we're doing this podcast, once I've checked my phone to see my messages and shit, I've had a message from Amazon Flex saying more slots available due to Black Friday. We've got more orders than we could deal with. But it's £39 for a maximum of 2 hour slot.
That's not bad at all.
So that's
That's £19 an hour.
£19.50. The reason that they say £15 is because they don't pay you petrol.
No,
Yeah, they
so
don't
you
pay.
take
They
that
don't.
off it.
Yeah. So, but
Tesla are like that when they quote for cars, because they'll turn around and say, yeah, you can get it for 400 quid a month. Then when you actually go to confirm it online, it's like, well, actually, it's 700 quid a month. But because of the miles that you've put in, you're going to save 200 quid in fuel, this much in tax, this much in this.
And they take that account
It's a bit
into their
fucking
price.
sneaky,
yeah.
yeah,
sneaky.
so that's the
Yeah.
opposite to what Amazon do.
Yeah.
You're actually earning £19.50 an hour with Amazon.
Yeah, but they're not offering anything else
But
along with that.
they're not paying your fuel.
Yeah.
So instead of going, you can earn £19.50 an hour, they go, well, you can't because of your outgoing. So this is what you can actually earn.
Yeah.
So
But say
the
you've
thing
got
is,
an electric car and you're doing that, though, and you take a 2 hour slot that's all within 5 miles of each other, it's not costing you fucking anything.
bro, even better than that, sometimes if there's someone that lives in a really secluded area, yeah, so like
that people don't like delivering to.
not massively secluded, but say somewhere like Lulworth, yeah, where there's about 6 houses.
Yeah.
If there was 2 drops in Lulworth, that would be your entire £39 2 hour drop. You could go with 2 drops. You could have your car with 2 packages in it, and they're paying you £39 for 2 hours to just drop that off.
Drop at
and
one
then,
house, walk to
and
the
then
next house.
and this in brackets as well. You have to go back to the depot. You don't. You can do it from your phone remotely. So once you finish your drops,
you
if
just
you're
sign
further
out.
away from the depot than you are your home, then you go to the depot anyway and just check in and you know what I mean, to do it as you should. If you're nearer to home, they just pretty much say, without actually saying it, fucking go home. You don't need to come back to the depot.
Yeah.
So you're meant to go to the depot, do your packages, go back to the depot, sign out and go.
confirm, yeah.
But they're not idiots. They're like,
Yeah.
if you're closer to home,
Go home.
don't come all the way back. Go fucking home.
Yeah,
do it
just go
remotely.
home. Yeah.
So they take that into account. So that might be half hour of that 2 hour allotted slot is you driving home. So it might only take you an hour and a half to earn 39 quid.
That's fucking sick.
That's why, another reason why you can only do 20 hours a month. They don't let you do
any more than that.
20 hours a week. They don't let you do more.
Bless
You
you.
can't.
Thank you again.
People know how to trick the system, and it's another reason you needed your DBS. You need your identity and stuff, because people was making multiple accounts,
Yeah,
doing
because why wouldn't
60
you?
hours
yeah,
a
why
week.
wouldn't you? Yeah.
collecting 2 drops,
Yeah.
going and doing them, but it was fucking them up, because then they'd be like, right, it's guaranteed by 6 o'clock the next day with Prime, and then it weren't turning up till 10 o'clock the next day because people were fucking it up. What you can do, you're going £39 a day isn't enough. Yeah, I know I'm only working 39 hours. 2 hours
yeah.
for that, it's not enough. You can book multiple slots. So when your slots come through, we need to be paid by Amazon Flex
Yeah,
for this,
yeah,
because this
definitely.
is a fucking
This is a
big
massive
up.
promotion right
This
here.
is a massive
promotion.
big
You're
up.
telling the ins and outs of the business model of Amazon.
But I'll
Yeah,
tell
the
you,
people want to know the good things.
Lou,
Going back to your old podcast days.
more important than Amazon.
Right now,
Is
Jeff
that people
Bezos is
are
paying a
Is
man to kill.
Right, can I
BHP
really
code
need a piss?
t-shirts.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
They are.
So we'll have a little segue
So
here.
yeah. So last week they had Black Friday and they had great deals last week. This week the deals are Proper Chap 10% off. Use the code Proper Chap at checkout.
And we're back.
Where did we cut that off? I can't even remember where we cutted that off.
The 10% on the
Some great
BHP
goldies
code.
coming out.
Yeah,
Gutted.
Cutted.
we cut it.
I'm about 6 beers deep and.
I know,
yeah,
but we're 2 hours in.
I know,
Give
we've
or
done
take
well.
a little
The
bit with
table's
editing.
looking more green as the time goes on.
Yeah.
It is, but that's good. This is what
We're
we
not
want.
sponsored by Carlsberg, but if we were,
If
we would
this
be
if
the
this
best
podcast,
in the
yeah,
world.
Carlsberg, fucking sponsor.
And Caribbean Cola.
Yeah, you love a bit of that.
KA
man,
Black
fucking
Grape.
right.
I'm
is
not going to
so
lie to
incredible.
you. KA, there was a point where it was about to blow up. It was everywhere. KA,
Yeah.
everyone
Oh,
was drinking
mate,
KA.
when I was in primary school at that time, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I remember going
Think
on
I
the
was as
slide,
well.
going to the shop. Yeah, probably were, you know.
No, I think I was like,
He was
Yeah,
7'3".
He'd
Yeah,
I
already
was a
left,
blazer.
Yeah,
he'd already
I know,
left
innit?
secondary
Do you
school
know
by
what I
then, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just
We're not
claiming
talking
my
about age
pension.
anymore on this show.
Yeah. No, honestly, KA, there was a point where it was
Where it
like,
was about
it was
to
going to
blow
be
up.
the
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Mate,
was
I
gonna,
still feel that's really good. I'll tell you what, though, the actual real Fanta.
Black Grape.
Black Grape.
Five Guys did it when you could
Yes,
go
they
in
do.
there. Oh,
yeah, on a little
When you
syrup.
could go in there, rest in peace, Five Guys.
I used to,
I had a
it
Five
annoyed me,
Guys for lunch today.
it annoyed me
Oh,
so
did
much.
you
You
ever
had
read
the
it?
bacon
Lucky
milkshake.
No, I didn't. have bacon.
the normal-
It's
the
amazing.
normal
It's
bread.
amazing.
You'd think, how can you put bacon in a milkshake? You're fucking stupid. That is ridiculous. It's not.
No, I have a
well.
white chocolate and peanut butter and bacon milkshake, mate.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what though, have you
100%.
tried
You know
the
Beard Meats
Fanta
Food?
Grape,
Yeah.
the UK
That's
one?
his
Have you tried
milkshake.
like the
Yeah,
UK Fanta
yeah,
Grape with no
but
added
it's-
sugar? That
yeah.
tastes like dog shit. in
Yeah, the no added
comparison to-
sugar one, but
yeah.
there is actually a bottle you
Yeah.
can get of a proper
The
one.
proper like American one,
Yeah.
yeah, and that is banging. But yeah, the British one they sell us with the no added sugar in the silver
just
can
phony.
is just pure bullshit. It's
Yeah.
horrible. It doesn't even taste like.
I've
I'm
never- I'm not
surprised
really
you
one.
got a bit of Fanta lemon there. That's the best Fanta, and you can only get it in like Cyprus or
That's what
Turkey.
I'm saying. That's why I was so shocked that the Lon Stanton shop had this.
You're going to be coming now every time you come home from work. You're
Now
like,
I know where they are, mate. They're like jewels.
They've
They
got
are.
the hidden
Finding the little
treats.
shops that sell them. You know, like when you find a shop that sells American sweets.
Yeah.
Same sort of thing.
only if they sell them at a reasonable price.
Yeah.
Because there's
When
a
you
lot
go
of
to
shops.
Tesco,
I was about to
they
say,
pay
yeah,
12 quid for a
They'll
box
do
of
your
cereal.
peanut
Yeah,
butter
but I'm
M&Ms,
not
but it
gonna
costs you
lie.
$19.99.
I've been to one
I've
of
been to
them
a few
for
places in
$1.50, I'm
Cambridge. Yeah, it's
buying
like, oh, it's £20 a gram for an M&M, and you're like, what? Hang on a minute.
You get that cereal. That's the main seller. If you find one
The
of them
American
shops
cereals,
that sell the
yeah.
American
The
and they sell
Lucky
that
Charms.
fucking Lucky Charms, if it's any more than a £5, get out.
Yeah.
'Cause you're about to get mugged off.
£6.50 for a tiny little box. Like,
And yeah, they literally bring you out like the ones you used to get when you went on holiday or whatever, and your mum would buy the selection.
Talking about that American,
tiny little selection back.
first time I ever had a Twinkie, I've never been more disappointed with
oh
anything.
they're
yeah, I
shit,
know.
aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
That is the worst. It's a
the
chocolate
whole-
eclair without the chocolate on top.
Oh, really?
What have they done?
And it's
Yeah,
got
and it's-
shitty
and it's
cream
dry,
in it.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it's-
chocolate eclair.
And they made a
without
whole
the
film
chocolate.
about zombies all around the Twinkie.
Keenan and
know, yeah.
Kel made out like that
the
was.
Twinkies were the balls.
They were the
Yeah,
one.
and then
Yeah.
you're so disappointed when you finally get one, aren't you?
Just
I can't
dry,
say that I
horrible.
absolutely hate it, but I'm definitely not saying
no,
that.
no,
It's
it's
not a
it's an
peanut butter
enjoyable
Kit Kat,
snack.
is it?
No.
Or a chocolate eclair.
It's an enjoyable snack. A Twinkie is an enjoyable snack. It's not the be all and end
I
all.
can't actually think of that many foods that I've been really hyped up in my head before, and then I've eaten it and I've been like,
Peanut butter
you know
Kit
what, that
Kat.
just doesn't.
I hyped that up so much. When they had the
disappointed.
competition to keep it, and I bit into one, I was like,
Yeah,
my life
see,
has changed.
in my,
Really?
This
In a
thing
good
is
way.
ama-
He
in
loved
a good
it.
way. This
He
thing
loved
is
it.
fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Really?
in
You
not
my
had a
head- in my
peanut
head
butter
that
Kit
sounds
Kat?
nasty.
Well, the peanut butter is quite a newer thing for me, Reese. Like I was never a Reese's
Yeah,
man.
see, I've
And
never
then,
been a
but
I
then
fucking
I
hate
am
'em.
now. I am now. I think they're fucking lovely.
Reese's Pieces.
Real like rich, like peanut eating. Oh fucking.
No, I hate the
Some-
I
buttercups.
love it. I love
Like
it.
a good
I
fanny.
got a packet
Yeah.
of them a couple. What, your good fanny taste of peanut butter?
No,
I've got some
but it
bad
sounds-
news for you,
it
son.
sounds the
Have you
same.
ever licked a battery?
several times. Twice a night.
Yeah, no, real talk though. Reese's real talk. Who the fuck do I think I am?
Proper chat, I think you were
Drunk,
supposed to
that's
say
what-
that.
Yeah, the Reese's buttercups. I got a packet of them for Christmas. I went into that guns blazing. It was that Twinkie experience all over again. I thought, boys, this is going to be the best Boxing Day ever. Opened them up. I noticed on the back of it, £4, $3.99, right, for 8 of these things, something. And that's
Wow.
50p a go for something that is...
Yeah, that better be amazing.
Yeah.
I thought, this is going to be the absolute fucking tits. I'm going to be in heaven. Shit.
Do you think? I love a Reese's Buttercup, especially in a milk.
No, compared to
milkshake.
what you expect.
Yeah.
I think anything when they just put that peanut butter with the chocolate, it's paying. You know, I'll tell you another thing. You know, actually,
Dog
Kinder
food.
chocolate. You know, Kinder chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it comes. It's actually dark chocolate on the outside and white in the middle. Isn't
Yeah.
it? It's just normal with milk chocolate and normal white chocolate. But when they're put together, why does it
Bro,
taste
I
so
thought you were
white
about
chocolate.
to cuss down Kinder chocolate.
No.
Mate, it's so good.
I was going to delete this whole...
So-
bulk delete everything we
Oh,
said.
mate,
So
Kinder
I-
chocolate.
I-
I'd
it's
still buy the
unbelievable.
eggs just for the chocolate.
No,
I
you've
haven't
got to get
had
them-
a Kinder
them-
Egg in years, right? Like absolutely years and years. I couldn't remember the last time I had a Kinder Egg, right? And the other day, my daughter picked one up when we were in the shop. So I bought her one.
Robbed it.
But I didn't realise until we got to the checkout and she's holding this Kinder Egg. But at this point, I'm kind of like, right, I've either got to casually walk out.
They're about £1 to go in, not
or I've got
worth
to
it.
pay for it. So I'm like, all right, I'm right near the checkout. I'll just pay for it. Do you know what I mean?
Ah.
I wasn't feeling scumbaggy that day. So I just went and paid for it. Again, it's like 80p. So I'm
About
like-
they're
I'm
a quid in my
"Fucking
love."
hell."
I'll tell you what.
But I paid for it anyway.
Yeah, but you
so-
do get a little toy car.
all she did, bit off the top until she could see the toy,
And took the
emptied
toy
the
out.
toy on the floor, and just like
Oh,
full on
mate.
threw the egg over her shoulder, picks the toy up and starts.
So
playing with
you
it.
didn't put her up for adoption?
The
Mate,
complete opposite.
No, he did. I
did-
just
I did.
bought her for a fiver.
I did the exact opposite. Yeah, I said,
Come here, Lil.
I said, well done, Neil. You play with that toy. I'm going to sit here and eat the rest of your Kinder Egg.
I
mate."
always had a dream, not a dream, but an idea.
All right, Martin
as a
Luther
kid.
King.
I'm kidding.
I had a dream.
As a kid, when we used to just sit down the park and get stoned all the time, I was like, what you need is what we would call the Rasta surprise. So it's a Kinder Egg, but inside you get a little bit of weed and a little bit of baccy
Yeah,
and
they
a
do that in
Rizzler.
America. They do.
Yeah, and then
You can get
you eat
yeah.
the chocolate and you smoke the joint,
Well,
and
it's
then you
not
want
chocolate,
another one,
No,
and then you just eat the more chocolate and you roll another joint and you smoke that and you're like, yeah, I want
Just need-
another
you just
one.
need like an
and it's just a constant
endless cycle
circle
of
and I'm
obesity.
going to be really rich.
Obesity and lung cancer. Lovely.
that's one thing I experimented with actually at the start of lockdown was edibles. And I'll tell you what, at first,
You're getting well.
I'll tell you what, at first, I was like,
I wish we had visuals.
at first,
January, we're going to have my
first,
iPad
we'll
up
get
there
it
in
back on.
4K.
At first, I was like, oh my God, you know, amazing. And some of them, I tried everything from like lemon drop sweets to.
What,
like
they get you high?
Like jelly, yeah, they've all got.
You could choke on that.
mate,
they're fucking
trust me.
seriously good.
Like,
Really?
so one of these things had 40 milligrams of THC. One of these tiny little had 40 milligrams of THC. To put that into equivalent, a rough normal spliff has about 2 to 4 milligrams of
Fuck,
THC.
that would
So
knock
that's
me
like-
right
that's
out.
Like, that's like
I'd
10
be
just fall
gone for a
asleep.
week.
I wouldn't even be able to enjoy that.
But no, because
yeah, it's proper.
the high is completely different. The high is a whole nother level of high. It's not like smoking at all. It puts you in a place that's like it's kind of in between the two.
Teletubby lad.
You know you're high and you feel high, but at the same time you're not sat there like monged out and like you know. I can't really explain it. It's a very different type of high. But yeah, I experimented with this with the start of lockdown, and I've kind of dabbled in.
Did you put one up your bum?
No.
You didn't experiment enough then, son.
The only one I didn't like was there was a strawberry fudge with what those like white made out.
You're not
of,
talking into
made
the
out of
mic,
icing.
mate.
It's because I was trying not to.
Anyway,
to
how did that go?
meringue. That's what.
Oh,
It is.
Yeah,
okay.
that's actually
So-
exactly the guy I'm talking about. The
So-
one that makes that fudge.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
They do a lemon meringue
By
fudge that
yeah,
gets
no,
you
so-
high.
Connor,
This is-
by the guy that you're talking about, do you mean the guy that you've not said anything about
No,
at
it's the
all?
one that I'm sitting and nodding in agreement to that no one else can hear.
the guy
about.
that I'm talking about, you literally haven't said a thing.
No, I haven't said fuck all,
But
but in my mind, and I've been looking around like, yeah,
Honestly,
I know them lemon
out of all of them,
Yeah.
out of all of them, that was the only one I was like, I'm not that keen.
Really?
And it wasn't because it didn't
Lemon
it-
meringue fudge that
No,
gets
so
you
it-
high.
it's
That's
a-
my
it's-
like perfect food
it's a-
group
it's a
like that.
straw-
That's fucking
That's
amazing.
all of the main ones
All of
covered.
them.
Strawberry meringue.
Yeah, it's probably
Fruit and
got a bit of
vegetables.
dairy in
It's
it.
Yeah.
rich.
Yeah.
It's strawberry meringue and it's rich.
You're only
and it's
supposed to
nice.
have pieces of it.
Yeah, bearing in mind, no one told me this, and I'm sat there like, this is a
the
really
whole
nice
meringue.
bar of fudge. This, like the bar's like that long, and I'm literally sat there. You're
Anyone
supposed
that's
to eat, like,
listened
a
to
slice
this,
at a time.
which is everyone, is about, what would you say that
About
is?
12 inches
About
of
12
bar.
inches of
and
yeah.
I mean, these ones that
yeah.
I get, they're literally only like that, so it must be someone else.
Oh.
His are just about that, like literally just little ones.
3 inches.
Just said sells
3
them
inches
offset.
is pretty big,
I
though.
think it sells them for 20 quid.
That's what you tell yourself all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I was paying like 35, 40
He does these little ones just like that, and the other ones I had recently were like they were like fudge
How much
rolled
were
in
they?
biscuit.
Yeah.
20 quid.
Christ, that
Is
sounds
it
amazing.
what, and you eat the
Which
whole
is-
thing at once?
Which is
No,
cheaper
you-
than what
you
I
eat
was
it in
paying.
sections.
Yeah,
you
but
don't-
how many
you're
sections?
only
And
supposed
how
to
long is that
eat
meant
it.
to last?
I mean, say a little bar like that, right?
Yeah, 3
3
inches
inches.
by an
Half
inch.
of that each, and you'll be fucking pretty damn.
Yeah, and that lasts a couple of hours at least.
I need to
like
take
2,
some
3
to
hours.
download next year.
Yeah,
I
well, it
don't.
takes you.
It,
For the record.
it would work. I think it would actually work for you
Ash.
quite well for you, Lou, because it's, as I say, it's not that kind of high. Do you know what I mean? It's
No,
not
I
something
don't.
that you
It's
used
not
to.
that I worry about. I just like a bit more intense, like rushing,
Like ketamine.
gurning.
Right, yeah, we'll get back to your history after a little bit of a chat there. Lou, you know a little bit more than this.
Yeah,
than
so
this.
so basically, so the reason that I know Connor is that back in the day, in his literally in your childhood, you must have been young as fuck. Well,
Yeah, it
I
was.
know that you
proper.
were still around in 2012, so 18.
Yeah, because we went to a recording, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you did. You came to practice.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
did,
did.
man.
In that little, like a
In
shipping
Somersham.
container. Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
What the fuck did we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did, man.
Well, I went there.
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't
drove.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't. Anyway, so these two are lying.
It's the truth. You definitely came. 100%.
You definitely came.
You came so hard. What's that got to do with my knob? Is what
Yeah.
it
We
is.
tried it. didn't we?
We're all
Let's do my knob.
okay. About 20 seconds late, but it's got. Yeah, no. So
You need to get tight on this buttons game.
Oh,
I know it
I
needs
was
a-
ready.
I need a pad here myself because I could do that. Just that bit. Let's cut it
It's
off.
all about having that up so I can just go.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway,
Straight away.
Yeah, sorry.
so Connor's introduction. I was about- introduction and introduce.
How many Carlins you had?
Yeah, I'm not driving, thankfully. Yeah, so you started your music game
Yeah.
back in the day with a band that was on the verge of being super successful.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Honestly, I think everyone that was a fan of yours and everyone that knew of that band were on the same page. Like these boys are going to be fucking huge. But let's talk about what that was. So let's go back to your humble beginnings, Connor.
My humble beginnings. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say. Well, the Varsity was like
So the Varsity was the band name,
yeah,
right?
the Varsity was the band, yeah, and it was myself, Nigel, who I'm now in Bleed Easy with.
Who whips it out to you?
Yeah, he whips it out to me. The older massive.
It was with Oscar.
And then
Oscar
Oscar
Corney.
Corney. Big up Oscar as well, obviously.
Fucking incredible singer.
Yeah.
He
He's
played
on the
Secret
buttons
Garden
now.
Party.
Yeah, play Secret Garden Party. You know, I've been mates with us since I was proper young. So
He collabs with a guy called Taylor Made in a couple of tracks. You should probably go check him out.
yeah, definitely go check him out.
Yeah, anyway, so it was you, Nigel, Oscar.
Yeah, so us three, and then there was a drummer called Sean and a bass player called Matt, who we don't speak to anymore, but still love nonetheless,
Of
unconditionally.
course. Shout out to Matt and Sean.
Yeah, exactly. And then so we basically used to play gigs, play the Junction 1 Cambridge Band Competition.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, but you've like summarised that too much.
Oh, mate,
bro.
it was fucking mad because it's so long ago now. It's
It was,
10 years,
but how
man.
did that
It's
happen?
10 years.
How old were you when? So you were
I was
15.
16, sort of, 16, 17 when all that was all happening.
Well,
And
you
I'm
were.
25
Well,
now,
yeah, you
so
was
it
probably.
is nearly 10
when
years.
it was getting good. Yeah.
You know, it's fucking.
How
it's
did
a
it
seriously
start,
long
mate?
time.
So you were honestly, for any of our younger listeners, maybe the one or two of them, if look, setting up a band, you guys really did do, and it's not setting up a band that you just do in your bedroom and do a little recording in front of a mirror. You set up a band that was doing well for really well for a local band. We went to that gig, and that was, I've been to the Junction loads of times, countless times, and that battle of the bands that you guys did, that you guys ran away with completely. Did you come to that with me?
I didn't go to Battle of the Bands. I just come to the practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
These guys stole the show. Like it was honestly like if you went to a festival and you see all the other all the other like warm up acts, and then the band
Then
that
the
you're
main-
there
the
to
main
see.
act comes on stage.
The main act comes on stage, and everyone loses their shit,
Yeah.
and it all goes a bit wild. That's where you boys are at, in my opinion.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So how did that
Oh
come
mate,
about?
it's, honestly, they're some of the best times of my life. You know, those sort of experiences. I haven't had that shit since. Like, yes, I love everything I'm doing now, and obviously, every step we get now is obviously a massive like success. And do you know what I mean? Like,
Everything's
not
a
success
success.
as in everything's a success, as in it's a success for ourselves, as in like it's an achievement.
Everything's a
It's an
success. Yeah,
achievement.
yeah, that's a
But
success.
back then, like doing those sort of things and winning band competitions, things like that, they are the biggest things. Like saying that you played at the Junction to a packed room is like a fucking, you know, it's a dream when you're
Well,
young.
the
I
fact-
saw
the-
s-
the
and
fact-
by
the fact that you
pact.
were doing that and you weren't even 18. That is,
No,
that
it's-
is an achievement.
And it's a shame that it hasn't happened since. Do you know what I mean?
No,
The
but it
closest
will
thing
have.
we've come is
Listen,
strawberries and cream. You know?
that's the reason
Yeah.
it's different is because now you're at an
It's a
age
serious
when
thing
you're
now
when
as
you're an
well.
adult,
Yeah.
and the bar changes when it's like a, and I say this in speech marks, when you're a children's group, you advertise sort of as that, right? And the people that are listening to you are normally family related,
Yeah.
or and at a Battle of the Bands competition, a lot of them are family, friends of family, people that know you. But when I went to that you guys stole the show because you won the fucking thing, and you did. That was like, it was really like an actual experience. You know what I mean? It
And
was.
that's
It was
really
like,
fucking impressive as well.
It was. It was,
If
and
you're
they were
sort of 15,
unbelievable.
16 years old. That's fucking impressive.
Yeah, it was mad times, man.
So how did
That's
it
crazy.
start for us?
Well, no, but me and Oz just used to jam in his bedroom and just
Make jam, strawberry.
Yeah, yeah, it was fucking.
No,
it
musical
was,
jam.
like every single Friday, it'd be like just make tunes, like or just like every night we'd just go around and just fucking playing with guitar and making music.
Just recording for fun.
And then Nigel would obviously like. Then we started going to band practice. Yeah, not even recording, man. Like just playing like ska songs and like
Okay.
just
for fun.
yeah.
Just for practice, I suppose.
Yeah,
Fuck me, would you ever get Varsity back together?
No, it's done, man. It's done.
You can't say something.
Some of the tunes, though, I think we
You'd
will
re-release.
do with me, Nigel, and Oz. I think. Well, if Sean and Matt would be up for it as well, of course, I'd be up for getting them involved. Like, but obviously they don't have musical outlets, as in. So, well, Sean does actually. Silence and Company, that's his band.
Yeah, I'm sure all of you that were doing that then are still musically influenced, right?
Yeah.
So you've got
Sean's-
Oscar that's
Sean's
gone
a sick
solo.
drummer.
There
And
we
Matt's
go.
a sick bass player, but I don't know what Matt's doing now. I haven't spoken to him for
Okay.
ages. I
So
haven't seen him.
But the other members of the band were Oscar Corney, who is like gets numbers on some of his songs that he releases, like numbers. Got you, who gets numbers, gets exposure, does music. You got Nigel, who does the same.
Yeah.
But Sean, that you were saying, still in a band.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
you're all still doing it, imagine
I
bringing all
don't
those
think
people.
the Varsity is going to ever come back
Bro, I
and
think it should.
reunite, but tunes might reappear. 'Cause
Look,
there's
that's
some-
the whole
there were
reason
some-
I did this podcast.
There were some good
Flips
tunes.
the
I
table.
don't know if some of them are still on YouTube, you know.
What, the Varsity ones?
Yeah.
I know one of them definitely is.
Is it still on there?
Sometimes it does happen with bands.
Because I've got it
though,
on my
where it
iTunes,
just
but I didn't know
dies.
if it was on YouTube.
Yeah, well, basically these guys,
Sometimes it's
they all
just
knew
like
my
it's
little
dies.
brother who passed away in 2012, and a similar time to these guys got big, and they made a song. Maybe that's why I'm such a fanboy.
Oh,
Yeah,
bless
maybe.
you.
But honestly, they were fucking fantastic, and still are fantastic, because we live in an era now where
you
it
can go
doesn't
back
matter
and
when
listen.
you release songs, which
They're
is the
out there.
joy. Yeah,
Yeah,
which
they're
is
out
the
there.
joy of
I was
music.
thinking about that earlier, you know, and I was when we were talking about the bands that we could bring back. I was thinking about the Beatles because they were so
Fuck
far.
me.
Have you seen Yesterday?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
what a good film.
Is
Yeah,
that
I
the
saw
one with
that.
the
I saw
Indian?
that.
If you haven't seen it,
I watched that.
watch it.
Is that the
Not
one with the
today.
Indian fella
Yeah.
where everyone forgets the Beatles existed?
Yeah,
And
fantastic.
he just starts mugging them off.
Oh, it's so good, mate. And,
Oh,
he's,
it's
and when
like
they
that.
first play that song, actually, yesterday, my
Yeah.
trouble seems so far away. What a fucking
Yeah.
tune that is.
Yeah,
man.
big time. I remember it
My-
mainly from Mr. Bean.
I
My
I remember it was featured in the Mr. Bean's holiday when the bloke that Mr. Bean lives with gets a divorce and he's all depressed at home. It's just, yesterday.
But if you listen to "Come Together,"
I'd
if you release
Oh,
that song
mate.
now, it would
a lot of
still
Beatles
do
tunes
well.
are
Yeah, it
actually
was,
timeless.
yeah.
I think they're one of the biggest bands
from the past that released timeless
I
tracks.
think
Yeah,
the biggest
Then
bit
again,
the
Queen
biggest
with
bit I liked
Bob
about
Marley.
that movie.
Yeah, Bob Marley.
You touched
as
the
well.
Queen.
The biggest bit I liked about that movie by
Touched the
far.
Queen.
The biggest bit I liked about the movie by far was right at the very end there. Spoiler alert, people.
I haven't seen it yet.
Do you not want
Watch
No, I
it
just-
tomorrow.
to know? Do you want to
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, just say it, mate. I don't mind.
So basically, at the end, he ends up going to meet John Lennon because obviously these people haven't had the careers. that
He's
they were
dead!
to have. But he's not dead.
We
He's
need
not
to
dead
get
because the
there.
Beatles didn't
Because he
have
never made the Beatles. He never was in the Beatles. So he was never in the Beatles. So he was never assassinated. So it never happened. So
What?
he was still alive.
Are we talking about conspiracy
No, we're
theories?
talking about the movie yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So because he took their songs, Beatles never released them. So Beatles were never a band. So John Lennon was never killed.
Just a postman
So
or something.
And he's like a
John Lennon's a
fisherman or
fucking
Work for the
postman.
Royal Mail.
Well, this guy goes to then meet John Lennon, like at the end of the movie.
It's
It's
like,
like,
I owe you a
why-
lot of
like,
money.
why-
Fuck
like-
this, I'm watching it. And have you ruined that for me now?
Not really, no.
No, but...
Yeah, it's fucking completely ruined.
Oh, is it actually?
It was a spoiler alert, definitely.
There was a
It's not
spoiler alert,
ruined. It's
100%.
like it's still a good
But
film,
basically-
but that's the end, basically.
What, like he goes to visit
The-
John Lennon, and John Lennon is apparently still
No,
alive.
after a load of other things happen.
But
So it's not that ruined.
but the
It's
reason
got that
No,
hot
it's
girl
the
from
reason I
fucking
brought that up was
Baby Driver,
because
isn't it?
I don't know.
when he's having this conversation with John Lennon, he's like, why, and like just trying to get answers from him. Like John Lennon just turns around to him and goes, "It's just all about the music. That's all it ever was from the start. It's all it ever
how
should have been.
cliched.
It's just
Now
about
I'm
the
not
music."
going to watch it.
And I just really like that because I thought, that's clearly how
That
they-
sounds. Just
Well,
put a
anyway, so
fucking
going
studio
back
up.
to... Because we're... How many minutes are we at now?
We're at 2:26.
Yeah, we're
However,
getting-
I'm
we're
going to
like-
cut a lot out. So
I reckon
gonna
you
cut a
could
few
pick
bits
like
out.
some seriously good parts and make it like a.
Yeah, are talking about like the Free Your Life. That's some good podcast.
we have
When
quite- we have
I
quite-
honestly had a moment, when everyone was thinking, I thought, this is podcast gold. And I'm not even a proper podcast, but that is what it is. I'd listen to the radio if people were pulling in people saying who's free dead, free alive.
Well, we have kind of gone full circle with it because obviously you talked about Varsity and everything.
Yeah, we've
else,
not
and you
really
were saying-
finished
you were
that,
saying
though.
about Jake's song.
Because
you were saying about Jake's
no,
song.
but we've not finished it because
no.
this band was.
Carry on, carry on.
How did that band start? Because honestly,
It was just like I said. We
Yeah,
were
we
just
had that
jamming, man.
conversation.
yeah,
We were
but
just
you
jamming.
didn't get you've got you and Oscar and
there must
maybe
have been
Nigel.
a turning point where you gone. You know what? We're jamming.
make this
but
a band.
There's actually go out and show people.
I don't know. I don't really.
It's the same as me and Ashley. We were chatting shit, having a laugh, driving places, and we were like, "Let's make this a podcast." Literally, so that with a
I
band.
don't know. Honestly,
Yeah, but
I
you got
couldn't
to
that's
tell
fair.
you, man.
That's
You've
fair.
got to mind in
Honestly,
7 years from now, you probably won't remember that.
Yeah, no,
I will.
not even then. I remember the things. That,
I will.
That's pretty confident.
You've got
That's
to
pretty
remember where you come from, ain't you?
That's
yeah, yeah,
fucking
no,
will.
but I can tell you. I
Just
can tell you
blows
all
vape
of the
smoke.
gigs. Like, oh yeah, well, we started playing at Willingham Social Club, and then we went and did this.
But is
That's
that real?
exactly
You
what
know,
we
it's-
want to hear.
That is
Yeah, yeah.
literally what you're
Well,
doing.
no. There's not that much to tell. There is literally that, and then, like I said, we started playing gigs, and we ended up at that Junction gig. That is the
That's the
story.
highlight.
You know, there's
Story,
nothing
yeah.
really in that
There's no
period that I
influence,
can
there's nothing.
elaborate on
Fair
that
enough.
in that sense. do you
How?
know what I mean?
Okay, in that sense, right? From what you're saying, there's nothing in that sense of where. In that sense, how did it stop? Why did it stop?
Oh no, it just wasn't right, man. It was
Bro,
just,
you were 16 years old.
No,
Yeah,
it
but
weren't.
you
It
can
wasn't.
still
This
have
was 2 or 3
creative
years later. Do
differences.
you know what I mean? And it was like everybody just left and done their own thing. You know, like people were just at college, not at college, working.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like and sort of differences between us and fallings out and arguings, and it's like.
All right, so hang on a
Oh,
second.
no.
No, we won't. We
No,
definitely
we're not
won't
going
touch
into
on
that
that.
shit.
No, we're not. We're not. Because
And-
that's a personal
Yeah, that's
conversation.
not
Yeah,
something.
There's
and
two
then-
things people should never touch on: past traumas and kids.
Yeah. Or old people.
Or old people.
Don't finger
It
old
depends.
people.
Nigella Lawson's pretty old, and I'll
Yeah, but
touch
she's not
her.
an old person.
To be fair,
Okay,
Isn't
clarify.
She's like
Like
60.
nearly
Don't go
60.
into a care home and finger someone.
I won't. Don't worry.
Right, that's word of advice.
I mean, to be fair, I'd
Unless
like-
you're also in that care home,
to be
and then
fair,
get your
yeah.
end away.
Actually,
I'd like
yeah,
to
if
think
you-
someone at that care home would question why you've just randomly wandered in.
No,
and
if
just
you
walked into people's
right,
rooms.
Where's Doris?
Why do I need to clarify that sentence?
Where the fuck's Doris?
If you're put into a care home by your family because you're old and senile, finger whoever you want.
Oh yeah, I was about to say yeah. Why would you not? Isn't that the whole?
Other
point
than the
then?
carers,
thing-
because you'll probably get kicked out of that care home.
We forgot
Well,
to put
quick.
a little disclaimer at the beginning saying that people might be offended by this. Just so you know, you might
Yeah,
be
by the
offended
way,
by
guys.
fingering pensioners.
Yeah. Some people might like it.
Yeah,
There's probably a lot of people that like it.
Sometimes these things just come to an end organically. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes
Yeah.
you
No,
just
that's
go
true.
your own way.
And I assume that's how it happened then, Con.
Yeah, man, and then like I said, me and Oz are still friends. Me and Nige are still friends.
We
And
still
the other
jam
guys,
together,
it was
right?
just because they weren't like they were my friends, but we were bandmates. You know, that was what we did. Whereas Oz obviously lived in my village, Nige lived in my village, so it was like that's why
You
we're
were
all
friends
mates.
rather than
Yeah.
just bandmates.
Yeah, well, I'd still consider those guys my friends as well. It's just I don't see them all the time. You know, it's not a common thing to see them.
Yeah.
No.
So we
get
just
that.
sort of spread apart. But obviously, Oscar started then fucking out of nowhere, just started singing. Like,
Yeah,
literally,
what the fuck happened with that? Because
When-
he was what role was Oscar
He was
in
guitar,
the band?
wasn't he?
he was guitarist, yeah. And
Lead,
then,
was it?
and then for years, he didn't sing it, and suddenly
And
just
then
put
he
up
came
a
out
video.
with this fucking
like,
voice.
what the fuck, Oscar?
Why
I
did
knew
you
he
do
could
that
sing,
before?
man? Because
I'd still be in varsity if it weren't for you.
I'd heard him sing.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I
That's
heard
why
it.
they broke up, because Oscar didn't sing in varsity.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I remember the first time I heard Oscar. I didn't. So yeah, I think the first time I heard him actually properly sing, we were at a Green King pub somewhere in
In the bath, weren't you?
in Cambridge. I can't remember.
Oh,
where it was.
in the pub, yeah.
It's one of the ones near.
It weren't Hot Behind.
No.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's on the corner near Staples, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. What's
Yeah, I
it
do
called?
know what you mean. What's that one called? You've
Carpenter's
probably
Arms.
played there.
Is it Carpenter's
The one near Staples.
Oh,
right on the-
Portland Arms.
That's
Portland
it.
Arms.
Portland
that's the
Arms.
one. Yeah, that was the first time I heard it. And I honestly did not even recognise that as being him. Because I'd never heard him sing properly.
He's unreal. And actually,
And yeah,
that does circle
skill.
back to what I was going to say. There's a band now that supported. So Oscar did an event a couple of months before lockdown. He was supported by a band called Strawberry Lace.
Oh, they're so good, man. Aren't they?
Mate, they are
They're
fucking incredible.
What are they
such
called?
A sick band.
Strawberry Lace. Shout out to Strawberry Lace.
Yeah.
They are absolutely phenomenal. I've loved it.
Yeah, they
What's-
are fucking sick, mate. The guy texted me because he loves Will and the People, and fucking after we'd already sorted all the lineup out, he was like, "Oh, have you got a chance that you can we play?" And I was like, "Gig's just not set up for it, man."
Oh, bro, you shot
It
him
wasn't
down.
set up for it because like it just wasn't set up in a live setting to have
Thing
another band.
is-
We could all deal with that because it weren't ideal. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it was going to work because
Well, so I did
all the
notice
people
that your
coming
other
were our
support
followers, you know?
was Tom Pollen and
Christian, yeah, Just Edward.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I
they're
know
fucking-
Tom
they're
really
good.
well as
Do
well.
ya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to school with Tom.
Really?
Yeah.
They're fucking sick.
Yeah,
Man.
they're really good, and the thing is they're very niche.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Weird, sort of acousticy, witty.
yeah.
Quite witty. They're fucking decent, man.
Yeah,
like their
I
music.
rate their share their stuff. All this,
They're fucking sick, mate.
so I bet they're pretty gutted.
Yeah, we all are because they love Will and the People as well.
Really.
It's their favourite band, so it's fucking like we're all in the same book. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Bringing it nicely back to the fact that we're back in coronavirus times.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
shit!
terrible.
As soon as we leave this room, that's it. Go
The C
home.
word.
Remember that I've got lockdown.
Yeah, I
Oh
know.
no, I don't. Fuck.
No, we remember that we were in
We're in
lockdown
lockdown,
last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Who cares?
It blurs. I can't
We're
even
socially
remember when lockdown
distanced.
was anymore.
We actually are.
Yeah.
Out of, I mean,
It's 2.1 metres this table, so we're all right.
yeah, we're
Um,
all at the end of it.
Shall we wrap it up there? Because it's getting a bit
Yeah,
late.
let's
Yeah,
wrap it
I
up.
think it's
So,
time to
again,
wrap it up.
thank you very much for listening, as always.
Thank
We
you, Connor,
appreciate-
for appearing.
Thank you, everyone.
Your
Anyone
time.
for listening. Thank you, chaps, for having me on.
No
You're
problem
very,
at all.
very
And
welcome.
once again, for everyone on the socials, like, comment, subscribe, comment
Share
on,
it.
comment on the post, guys, because we want to know what your free dead and your free alive are.
Yeah, lovely.
And we'll maybe see if we can try and make a poll or something for the most popular ones.
And there we go. See you later.
Peace out.